Welcome,
Awesome.
everybody, to another episode of Pixels to Politics. Got a lot of fun news today. Currently, we have riots breaking out in LA over ICE deportations, and on Thursday until today, we had a terrible breakup between Trump and Elon. It's super depressing.
It's
So
a divorce.
it's a divorce. It's a MAGA divorce. Everyone has to pick a side. Sorry, MAGA, but you have to go with either mom or dad. Such is life.
Yeah, let me pull up some of the posts I sent to you. Let
Yeah.
me
So
see.
I
Where is
believe
it?
it was Thursday. Earlier this week, Elon has
Yes.
been released as a special employee from the White House, the current
Yeah.
administration, and Elon apparently has been holding a lot in. We'll just say that.
Yeah. Yeah, he was not happy.
Most of this
Yeah, I'll pull
fighting
up.
has been over the big, beautiful bill. And it's too complex for me to break down the bill entirely. It is big. The biggest problem with the bill that Elon has is specifically the deficit that it increases. So without going into it, a deep dive into it, every year the Congress and the White House need to push the debt ceiling higher in order to borrow more money. And this has become quite the topic because we are at like a $36 trillion debt right now, which is just insane. I mean, if you look at the debt ceiling, the way it's just accelerated to an insane degree. And economically, I mean, again, without going into details and getting really super in depth, it's really bad. It's not good. We're paying, I think it's like more than 10% now of all the money U.S. makes goes to just the interest. So
Yeah.
that's a lot. It's eclipsed our defense budget. That's not good. We shouldn't be paying more in interest than you know to our actual defense. That's crazy. And more importantly, if
Yeah.
you're our age and younger, it means that your purchasing power is going to decrease a lot over time. That's what it means. So
Mm.
quite frankly, it's pissing me off just because I feel like as a boomer, you don't care, right? If you're gonna die in 10 years, you probably don't give a fuck if you push the ceiling higher. But for people, Braden's age and myself and younger, it's fucking us. Really, is what is going on. It's literally fucking us. We'll have to figure out
Oh,
how to pay that debt somewhere. If the U.S. defaults to be in the future when they're dead and we're the only ones alive, trying having either way, it'll fall onto our lap, which is why they don't give a fuck about it. Elon has taken great fault with this.
mm. I think we shouldn't complain about what the boomers did. The boomers are retarded and selfish. Everyone already knows this. We don't need to describe the boomers beyond that, right? All they cared about was themselves. They had $0 down payments on their homes. They had whatever loan they wanted, can get it financed. They could feed a family of four on a McDonald's salary back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, boomers had it easy, and then they want to be like, "Oh, we work so hard." Really?
You didn't work any harder than we do now
Yeah.
at all.
The amount of work that you did years and years ago is equivalent to 4 times the amount of work that people put in nowadays. So you got paid 4 times the amount according to inflation. So back in the day when you were getting paid, if you want to compare wages to housing prices, you guys had it fucking easy. Super easy. I don't want to hear a boomer complain. And I have to hear boomers complain because of where I work. But once again, you're privileged. Yeah, you're just privileged. I'm sorry. That's
It's
just the
pri-
raw truth.
Privilege to me means you're born into it. They're more than privileged because not only were they born into it, they've also spent the last 60 years fucking us. Like literally,
Yes.
they exported all the good jobs overseas so that they could get cheaper products and pay employees less. That's what they did,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
They've constantly raised the debt ceiling. They've ensured themselves increases in Social Security every single time. Literally every single thing the boomers do is to fuck the next generation over every single time, every step of the way. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
They want to send our money overseas. We got to go help the poor. That's fucking us.
Yeah.
Literally everything they've done is just a compound fucking of the younger generation. I cannot stand these old people and how they vote. I think it's crazy. And normally, I was on your page where I was like, yeah, well, there's no reason to complain about it. The only reason I still complain about it is because they're still voting and they're still in
Yeah.
power. They're still
Yeah.
fucking me. They're still
Yeah.
fucking me. Fuck.
Yeah. I think their
Damn it,
houses should
man.
just be foreclosed on. I think that their houses should just be taken by the bank. I would rather have the corporate elite gain control of their assets than to allow them to continue to claim that they're going to provide some sort of generational wealth.
Oh yeah, I agree with you there. I keep telling you, I'm
Yeah.
like, I would rather some rich fuck, you know, like the corporate elite, just have all of your wealth. I literally don't
Yeah.
care. If it's a
Yeah.
war between you and the ultra rich, I choose ultra rich every time because you just
Yeah.
fucked me. Like that's what
Yeah.
you're doing. That is literally it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I hard agree with you. It's so annoying, dude. I mean, everything they do,
Yeah.
and it's not even just financial. They're the ones who run the wars. They're the one who keeps trying to push us into wars. Who's gonna fight those wars? It's not them. And yet,
Nope.
hey, I see a lot of old people holding up the Ukraine side or the Palestinian or Israel flag. They will hold up whatever flag in a conflict. They're like, well, let's get involved. You're not getting involved. I have friends in the military, you asshole. I have family in the military, and you're trying to get them killed, you fuck.
Yeah. Boomers need to just not be allowed to vote.
I
Like,
agree.
once you hit, like, a certain age, you should just not be allowed to vote anymore or be
If
in
you
office.
if you receive Social Security, shouldn't be allowed to vote. And welfare in
No,
general.
no,
You
no.
receive any form of
Correct.
welfare from the government, should not be allowed to vote.
Correct. You're no longer a taxpayer, you are a tax deficit.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
it's insane. I don't even remember. Oh, right. So it's about the deficit.
Yeah.
So, anti-boomer
Yeah.
rants. I could go all day. Oh my god.
Exactly.
But one of the things I liked about this particular administration is that it brought in more younger people, and there have been a lot of talks about bringing down the deficit. However, I do agree with Elon that so this bill would add $10 trillion to the deficit, the debt ceiling.
Yeah.
Over, I
Yeah.
mean, that's an insane number, guys. We're at 36. Why do we need 10 trillion more dollars over the next? I think it's
Well
like 10
well,
years or something.
this is the thing, money doesn't actually exist. The Federal Reserve is allowed to print as much as it wants, and it doesn't have to be backed by any sort of gold or silver. They can just print it. So, in reality, money isn't designed for, accounting. It's designed for control. It's designed for, manipulating the masses. It's not really designed for, actually keeping track of the currency. They can just print it out of thin air. It doesn't actually exist for those people. It's just a thing, a number.
But it does devalue it for us. We're getting fucked every time
Correct.
they print a new dollar.
It
We're
devalues
getting
it for
fucked.
us, but not for them.
No, because they have laws in place specifically for Social Security and federal
Yeah.
government that they have to keep up with inflation.
Yeah.
Brilliantly designed for them. No matter how much money
Yeah.
they print, they get paid the same amount, and everyone else gets fucked in the ass, and that's fantastic for them. And then again, we get left
Yeah.
with bill. I I don't understand. I am with Elon here. In this particularly this part of the bill. I like almost everything about the bill except this. I don't understand the need to increase it by 10 trillion. I mean, that is
There isn't.
insane. That's
No.
insane, man.
Like, once
It's
again,
insane.
I already said this once before. Republicans have lost the 2028 election. They completely lost it. Like, in any sort of goodwill that they received as a result of getting elected. And by the way, the only reason they got elected was because their first opponent had to drop out of the race because he's a bumbling old demented guy. And then the person that they brought up was a drunk alcoholic woman. That was their opponent. So yeah, no shit, they won. Anyone would have voted for him. I don't think anyone regrets voting for him. But at this point, what people regret is the fact that they didn't have any other option.
Yeah, I agree with that for sure.
Yeah.
If your premise is, bring down the debt. I mean, that was probably his top 5, running points was that he was going to
Yeah.
stop the great spending, and the first thing we do only 100 days in is immediately increase the debt ceiling. I mean, maybe if it was by a
Yeah.
small amount, maybe it'd be more expensive, but 10 is so crazy. I mean, that's a ridiculous
And guess
number.
what? And now that Elon's gone, guess who's in charge of the Doge committee? Trump.
Oh yeah, I mean, he'll hand that down to
And
Scott.
guess what he's going to use the Doge committee for? Cutting all the finances for any organization that doesn't politically agree with him or submit to him.
I don't care. In particular, like I think that's great. Cut. I want to see all of them cut. I don't care who it's for or what it's from. But um, Yeah. Well, I guess we'll go into the details with the tweets now, right?
Yeah.
So Trump or not Trump, sorry, Elon kind of went on a tear the whole day
Yeah.
where he was just like, this bill, is crazy. This is not the real Trump. Um, he attacked the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson. He
Oh
he,
yeah,
he
look,
was
you
he
already
was
made
going off.
reposted a meme.
I have a plan, increase spending. Yeah, I mean, I would love to be a fly in the wall and understand the reasons behind this. So I've listened to Scott Bessent, who is the Secretary of Commerce or something. Anyways, he deals with the money, and he was explaining that you couldn't decrease spending overnight, and that it would have to go over time.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, look at we got the logs.
yeah.
I cannot believe the Republicans are extending the debt ceiling. I'm a Republican and I'm embarrassed. And what is he doing right now, Doug?
I mean, 10 trillion is just so crazy. Like, what the fuck? Again, what? Like,
Yeah.
if you're a fly on the wall, like, how does that conversation go, man? Um, their
Yeah.
logic
Like the
behind it, yeah,
illusion of choice.
nah, it's crazy. It's absolutely
Yeah.
crazy. And the logic they were saying is that they're going to increase income, and therefore they have to, you do typically still have to increase the debt ceiling until you get the balancing the budget is important. Increase your income, decrease spending until you balance it out. However, 10 trillion, like, what the fuck is going on? We've heard about all these cuts. So technically speaking, if you really did full stop all this external spending, why do you need to increase the debt ceiling by so much, man? And if you did it properly, I mean, Milei. Let's look at Argentina. Javier Milei, I believe his name. Uh, he pretty much gutted everything overnight. And while I don't know if America could truly handle such a gutting, something
Hmm.
to that extent can be done, clearly, because it's been done.
Yeah.
And they kept saying they were talking to him, they brought him in, they asked him for advice. It just doesn't make sense. In the end, it just doesn't make sense, man. $10 trillion is a third of all the money we currently owe over the lifespan of our country. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's,
I mean,
it's absurd. I mean, it's truly absurd. And
and
again,
the
these
funny
boomers. Yeah, go ahead.
the people in Congress were only given 2 days to read the bill. You're supposed to be given a minimum of 72 hours, and they somehow managed to get that even lowered even further to to 2 days, which is crazy. So all they had to read was a summary. That was it. They didn't
Yeah.
have anything else.
I mean, I'm sure they knew increasing the debt ceiling is, that was probably the last thing they're worried about. None of them actually care. Clearly,
Yeah.
none of them actually
I
care.
I wonder how much of that money is gonna go to Israel.
True. That's why they need to increase it. It's just it,
Correct.
man. It just looks so bad for us. I mean, for us, as in our generations, anyone younger than fucking 40,
Oh,
basically.
yeah. Oh, yeah, at this point, Doug, it is all but certain that the cyberpunk dystopia is upon us. We are entering the dystopia, and there's not a whole lot we can do about it.
Probably. It's not good. I'll tell you that much. It's really not good. I
Yeah, look
don't.
at this.
The last
Look at
thing.
this graph.
Yeah. Well, so for those who can't see the graph, I mean, it starts off as this slant, and then it just fucking skyrockets upward.
Yeah. So we're projected to reach about $100 trillion in debt by the year 2040.
That's not. We can't. That's not possible. We would default. The inflation is crazy.
Yeah. It's like what's going on here?
They're
Like
fucking us.
why are we yeah, they are fucking us
They're
100%.
they're literally just trying. They're trying to fuck us. So there's a couple of things that could be going on. There is this way to decrease the cost of debt. What's called quantitative easing, and it's when you intentionally use inflation, you know, to bring down the value of your own currency. That way, the debt goes down. But again, it's really just them trying to plug a problem that they caused, and it's still just fucking us. The like
Yeah.
the way to explain it is like, imagine you own a banana farm, and you take out a loan of bananas to create said
Yeah.
thing. One of the things you can do is make more bananas. However, that brings down the value of the bananas, so it makes it easier for you to pay the debt, but the bananas are no longer valuable. And really, again, it just fucks over the younger generations, and that's just what they're doing. They're just fucking rolling us, man. They're rolling us into the ground. It's so crazy. They've been doing this for over 60 years, just
Yeah,
absolutely fucking us into oblivion.
we're getting priced out.
Yeah, man. And again,
I
they
mean,
enjoy it. They got the cheaper labor they wanted. They got the cheaper products they wanted. We don't make enough money
yeah,
to run around buying a bunch of Timu and fucking uh I don't even Alibaba. I don't even know the name of
yeah,
the other company
yeah.
products. They love it. They fucking
AliExpress.
love it.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, hey, I would love to open up some fucking farm, hire a bunch of illegals, and then ship out all of the labor somewhere else, import products from somewhere else. That's great. I never got that chance. Because
yeah,
what the fuck, man? We're just getting robbed. Just getting absolutely robbed.
yeah,
And then they want to send us to war. Like, what?
yeah. They're selfish. They're selfish and they're privileged. It's just that simple.
I
For them,
agree.
buying a boat is like buying a phone.
True. They're just
Yeah,
rolling us, man. And I don't mean this from a Democrat perspective, Republican perspective. Both of them, both sides, are rolling us into oblivion. Both sides
yeah,
are rolling us into oblivion. The people
yeah,
whose Medicare aid welfare gets cut first, it's the younger generation. The
yeah,
value that's cut from our currency affects the younger generation. Any conflict
yeah,
across the world affects the younger generation. They're just rolling us. They don't care, man. They genuinely don't care. It's crazy.
yeah. And I think the reality of it is, Doug, is this country is just we need to accelerate the collapse further. We need to
Um,
accelerate the collapse.
I think a lot about moving is all. I was talking to a family member about this recently. I was like, I think it was halfway during the last presidency under
Yeah,
Biden that I was getting genuinely worried, and I was just like, yeah, I kind of just want to move. You know, I don't
yeah,
believe in if they can fix it, great. I don't think they can. I don't think they care to. I think the first bill here, the fact that they increasing the debt ceiling just kind of proves
that's
they
the
don't
tone.
genuine. Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's like you won, you have control of the House, you have control of the Senate. I mean, you literally couldn't get a more perfect scenario. Um, and yet you're still just fucking us into oblivion. Like, I don't understand. I'm confused. There's no excuse, right? Like in the end, there's just
Yeah,
no excuse. I was reading how the law kind of works is that what you do is the standard for this is you get this bill passed at the start, and raising the debt ceiling doesn't necessarily mean you're spending that much money. It's sort of like a blank check or like a debit card, where you have the option to spend that much money. And it costs more votes in the Senate and the House to get the first bill passed than it does for the second. So I believe it's like 60 votes in the Senate,
mm, yeah,
and then it's 50 every time after. So they're,
yeah,
again, I'm not trying to defend this. I think 10 trillion is still crazy, but what I was reading, I love presenting from both sides and kind of the logic behind it because it's important. The logic is get the first part passed and then they can work it down. However, come on, man. Do I think that that's going to happen?
no,
No.
no,
So they
no.
were
It's
fighting over
just
it. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, this is just crazy.
I agree. It's wild for sure. It's wild, and I see so many of my older family members who, you know, we'll go into this a little more because of the L.A. riots, but they're so okay with sending aid abroad. All I ever hear is I can't stand scrolling Facebook. It's the most liberal fucking platform. I swear to God, next to Reddit, it's so terrible. I don't understand. No matter how hard I try and manipulate my feed, it's still liberal as fuck. Um, However, I always see posts like, "Oh, these uh these deportations, they're so terrible. Oh no, people are dying abroad because of the aid cuts." And I'm like, "Why should I care? Let's
Yeah,
say everything they're saying is true, right? Let's
yeah,
say every single dollar that gets sent out to African countries and prevents HIV actually saves a life. Why am I paying for it? How about you cut Social Security and your money goes to the fucking foreigners? How about that, man? Why
yeah,
why are we taking out debt so that my generation's gonna have to pay off so that you can feel good about helping foreigners. How is that like? I just cannot stand boomer logic. It's so crazy, man. God forbid you
Yeah.
touch Social Security, they'll lose their mind. They'll fucking go out there and they'll start rioting. However, uh, you know, the poor children, they gotta go pay for some fucking Africans that they've never even seen before. Like, it's just absurd. The logic's crazy. It boggles my mind. And every time I hear,
Yeah.
it's always someone much older. I'm not flaming all old people. I know some of you are fucking fantastic and more base than I could ever even think was possible.
Well, even the ones
However,
that are nice, they're only nice because they're taken care of.
no, I was recently I was hanging out with my more liberal friend, and they were talking about how their grandmother, dude, she's so base. I swear to God, it was like she believes in all the great conspiracies. She's like, I'm not taking the COVID vaccine. Like
Oh,
she's
so
so
she's
big,
smart.
dude. Yeah, she's so smart, and I don't know how she gets her information. 'Cause I know she's not scrolling the internet.
She's
'Cause
probably going on 4chan.
dude, it's not impressive me when someone my age walks up and lets, yeah, I know the vaccine is, terrible, causes increase in cancer and decreased fertility, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, fine,
Yeah, yeah.
cool. But like an 80 or 90-year-old walking up to me and saying that shit, I'm like, bow,
Wow.
bow, yeah, no. Somebody else who I didn't expect to know this was like, yeah, Bill Gates is fucking a mass murderer. He's killing people. He wants to depopulate. I'm like, how do you know that? You're not supposed to know that. That's not
Yeah.
feasible, dude. When an older person knows this stuff, I'm always impressed as fuck. But in general, I feel like the ones who care, they drive me nuts, and they don't expect you to say anything back to them. However, they'll their mouth
Yeah.
all day long, and I'm just like, ooh, bro, it's so tough biting my tongue sometimes. It really is, because it's just
Yeah.
wild. They're just fucking us, dude. It's like you're standing across from me. You're lecturing me about how my vote to somebody is terrible, and yet you've been voting for over 60 years, and all of your votes have been centered around fucking me. That's
Yeah.
crazy, and I'm not allowed to say anything, whether because I,
Yeah.
morally, intellectually, the age, culture thing, I'm not allowed to say anything, but I gotta listen to you gab at me. Dude, it's crazy. I'm entitled, blah, blah, blah. Dude, shit's so wild, dude. It's so crazy sometimes. I'm like, whoo, I'm a patient man. I'm a patient man, I promise. Fuck.
Who isn't patient though?
Who's that?
The anarchists.
No, the anarchists. I feel like the anarchists are patient. The modern day anarchists are, like, surprisingly patient. Well, hold on. There's one more topic I want
This
to talk
looks like
about.
patient to you? This is patient to
those
you?
those aren't anarchists. Those are illegals about to get sent back to their home country that they know is shit. Not the same thing.
So anarchists. They don't believe in the law.
No, they just fighting against the law because it's against you. And anarchy, not the same thing.
Let's see what's
Anarchy
going on here.
is well. Hold on. There's one main thing I want to talk about before we get to the riots.
Yeah.
The main thing to take away from the Elon Trump thing, in my opinion, besides him saying that Trump was on the Epstein list and then deleting the tweet,
Yeah.
is he called for the creation of a new party. And this is something I hear people talk about a lot is, oh, we need a new party. The two-party system is shit. I'll start,
It is.
yeah, go ahead, explain. I kind of disagree, but go ahead.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear your thoughts
So
on it.
the idea behind making a new party, and for one, for context, there already is a third party. It's called Independent Party, and it has never won any at any point in time
But it's
ever.
also the
Bernie
Green
Sanders,
Party.
yeah, the Green Party,
There's
whatever.
more than
Yeah,
one, but yeah.
Bernie Sanders is a part of the Green Party, and even if he ran for president, he still would not win, regardless of how much money his campaign had available to him, because you have all the old people only their brains are really small, the boomers, so they can only really understand the two-party system, option A or option B. Once you add a third option to the mix, things just get too complicated and they just completely blot it out of their mind, right? Now the young people are forced to reconcile with this, and so their only options are make an influence by voting for A or B, or have no impact whatsoever and vote for C. And so most people choose to vote for A or B as a result. And so the idea that, oh, if we come up with a new third party and get everyone to vote for it, that'll change things. Well, good luck finding the platform to do that on when the other two parties have access to billions of dollars. Who's going to fund the third party? If Elon Musk is planning to create his own political party and fund it entirely himself and do all the marketing and ad campaigns for it and have someone else run as the third party to get away from this two-party system that's obviously corrupt, great. But I don't hold high hopes for that, considering the guy was doing Nazi salutes on TV. Even though it is Roman salutes technically, a little bit too much autism for me to handle. But yeah, third party will not work.
And you're saying it won't work not because functionally it wouldn't work. It won't work because it's not allowed. It wouldn't be allowed, right?
It wouldn't be allowed for one, and two, it'd need a lot of funding. Three, the people are stupid.
I mostly agree with it struggling to exist in the first place, but I do think now is a good time to try. And
It is a good time to try. Yeah,
a large part of that is because most people are starting to get their information from the internet, and
yeah,
virality is becoming extremely hard to control. So, I mean, Trump is a really good example where he didn't, I mean, he didn't put nearly as much funding into advertising and campaigning, as the Democrats did, and yet he was way
yeah,
more viral all the time. And the internet
yeah,
played such a large role in that I can start to see now easily somebody gaining a lot of traction based
yeah.
on just podcasting and
Yeah. I
just
mean, the
being viral
story
on
I
the
hear
internet.
all the time with capitalism, Doug, is that competition and free markets will always reign supreme. But I keep finding all these monopolies that continue to exist, or duopolies, like with Google and Apple, right?
Hmm.
And so it's like there's not really a whole lot of competition. And so I think if we did have more parties like they do in Europe for people to vote, I think the competition would be incredibly good for the population, for the citizens, for the civilians. Like there needs to be competition. There needs to be another Google or an Apple. There needs to be another Amazon. There needs to be all these other things. That way, people have options. It's like with ISPs. Like if you live in a certain area, you're restricted to a single ISP because it's the only one that offers their service there. But if you had more competition, you'd pay less money for your internet. The same thing has to apply for everything else that goes on. There needs to be other options for people. Otherwise, people are going to be forced to stick between the two same shitty options, and those two same shitty options are owned by the same people, and it needs to end for sure.
Yes, unfortunately, oligarchies tend to form the longer democracies around, and then they really take off around what they call socialist governments.
Yeah,
So EU is a
yeah,
really good example of that, where everyone's like, "Socialism is so great," blah, 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 blah. And as you get towards East or Northern Europe, you see a lot more socialism, and naturally, over time, democracies become a lot more socialist. However,
mm,
if you look at socialist governments, one of two things is going on. They're one, the government has just taken control over uh means of production, or whatever the resources. Corporate Normally corporate jobs all of a sudden are run by the government, which I fucking hate. Or two, you see a lot of monopolies, all the stuff like that, which is promoted by the government, which we're starting to see a lot in America. So, for example, I believe after World War II, there were like 30 defense companies, and now there's only four. And I think recently it was kind of dropped down to like two, really, that are just kind of in
yeah,
competition. As far as farming goes, it's just one who does all the seeds. That's Monsanto. It's only one who does equipment. That's John Deere. For education, it's only two companies. It didn't used to be like
yeah,
that. There was a bunch, and now it's few. And the biggest problem that causes that, one of the solutions is what you said, but
yeah,
uh, it's just the government. Whenever the government says they want to get involved to make something better, that's it right there. Nope. So the Department of Education, guess what? That literally
yeah,
just created a monopoly. The Department of Agriculture just created a bunch of monopolies. Whenever a department is created, usually it means there's now a monopoly. That's what that means.
yeah.
That's literally all that means. Oh,
100%.
so with the party system, I don't know. It's a tough call. I won't say that two parties is perfect. I will say what I've noticed from looking at other governments is I think the reason there's such a slow movement from left to right is because there's more than one party. So like
Yeah,
if you look at Germany, they're moving from far left to middle and my assumption is that they'll eventually move right. Same with Canada, far
I mean, they
left.
don't have a choice. It's move to the right or die.
Right. I think that movement is slowed down by more parties. Whether or not that's good or bad, I don't really know, but that is what I've
Yeah.
noticed. So, I mean, we spend a lot of time making fun of these governments, right?
Yeah, yeah, obviously.
So, I don't know. I don't really
I
know.
mean,
Yeah, go ahead.
from now on, Doug, I'm voting for the worst party.
Yeah.
That's my policy now. I'm
Gotcha.
for from now on, as long as the Democrats promote all their crazy bullshit, right? All their leftist libtard bullshit, like
Mhm.
DEI, if a bunch of immigration, more immigrants in the country, I'm voting for it. I'm voting for it at this point. I want them here now. See, at first I was okay with fixing the country and I was okay with like cutting all the spending and everything. But now I realize something. They have it out for us, Doug. They
Oh
don't
yeah,
give a fuck
of
about
course
anyone
they do.
but themselves. So
Yeah.
guess what? We're burning it to the ground. I want 10 billion Mexicans in this country by the end of the next decade. Okay, that's what I want.
I'm
I want the debt ceiling to go so high even Jesus can't save it. That's what I want.
I'm hoping. Here's the thing. All fun and games aside, what I'm hoping is America has been lulled. Americans have been lulled into this particular situation, right? Like
Yeah,
we're kind of always under the assumption that everything's fine whether we vote or not. And basically what that means is only the retards have been voting and only the
yeah,
most corrupt dog shit officials have been elected. Really, that's what's been going on since JFK, to be
yeah,
honest with you. We've just
yeah,
had like awful candidates the entire time, and it's been the worst of the worst. What I'm
yeah,
hoping right now is that Americans can finally look at the situation and be like, okay, maybe we should pay more attention to politics. Maybe we should, try and vote for the better candidates. Maybe we should become more educated. And I'm hoping that
yeah,
here, at what I would consider the lowest of the low, not because of Trump himself, but Trump v.
yeah,
Kamala slash Biden.
yeah,
I'm hoping that finally it won't be a, okay, well, who's the lesser of two evils, but it will be, okay, well, who is actually the better candidate? That's what I'm hoping happens.
yeah.
I don't, it is what it is if it
Yeah.
doesn't.
From now on, Doug, affirmative action. Yep, that's a thumbs up for me. Illegal immigrants in the country, thumbs up for me. No voter ID, thumbs up for me. Black Lives Matter, thumbs up for me. DEI hires, thumbs up for me. Guess what? LGBTQ in the government, thumbs up for me. Need more of those in there. Debt ceiling increase, thumbs up for me. Sending foreign aid to other governments and other countries, especially Israel, thumbs up for me. Listen, I listen. I want it all go down. We're going. Bitfuck is going straight to zero. We're going straight to fucking zero.
I get it. Is this to show the stupid people how stupid they are,
No, this is to
or
ensure
is
that the
this
stupid
anarchy?
people suffer. I want them
Okay,
to suffer
gotcha.
for their ignorance. And the
I
only way to
understand.
do that is to destroy the country. And the
One
only
of
way to destroy the country is to vote for the left again. Even though Trump is fucking over the country in a different way.
one of the things I like doing when I'm talking with someone I think is hopeless, I disagree with them the whole time,
Yeah,
just for fun.
exactly.
It's so funny.
Yeah, I do it with my family all the time.
Yeah, yeah. It's always the
Yeah,
family. It's
they're
always the.
retarded. They're retarded. Yeah, they're just retarded. It's okay. It's
Oh,
okay to be retarded.
you're right. Kamala was the best candidate. We should have been
Yeah,
spending all of our
I
money to the
America
the
is
the
racist. How did we
Taliban.
not vote for the drunk
I,
alcoholic woman?
exactly. She's just a brat. She's just a
Yeah,
brat woman. I don't
yeah,
understand. We should be
yeah.
voting for the brat. Yeah,
She,
I know it's fun. We should be voting based on racial
and then you
politics.
got those people that didn't vote for like I didn't vote for her because not because she was a woman, but because she was brown.
Yeah, I like egging them on too. It's funny also, to be honest.
Yeah,
Um, but
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. For now, Doug, we're leftists.
we're lefties. Okay.
We're lefties now. Free Palestine, DEI, affirmative action, more illegal immigrants. We are anti-ICE.
That means we have to dye our
I,
hair a color, right?
I'm not dyeing my hair a color, Doug.
You
I'm
have to.
sorry. I'm not.
You
I'm
have
not
to.
doing that.
Well, then you got to
I
suck a
don't
dick.
have to.
You got to
I'm
suck a
not
dick.
sucking a dick.
Your
I'll
those
just
are
say I
only
did.
your
I'll
only
lie
two
and say I did.
options is
It's
dye your
okay.
hair or suck a dick. That's the only two, your
Listen,
only two options.
I'll just say I did. I'll just say I did. I'm bisexual. There you go, Doug. There you go. Now we're part of the movement. It's all. It only took 1 second. 1 second
Nice.
and a simple decision, and now we're a part of the
I
movement.
identify.
Identify exactly.
Eh,
Are you two spirited, Doug? Are you two spirited?
I'm a two-spirited duck.
Okay, what's your other spirit? Mine is Tails from Sonic the Hedgehog.
That's a good choice. I'll be Sonic.
You you can't be Sonic.
Why
Chris
not?
Chan's already Sonic. Chris Chan is already Sonic.
Wrist chain is alright. Fuck. All right, fine. I'll be fucking. I'll be Big. What's the big cat's name? I can't remember his name. His name is just Big, right?
I don't know what his name is.
I don't know.
Big, let me look at the big cat from Sonic.
Yeah, I think his name is just Big.
Big
Big.
the
Oh,
cat, yeah.
his name is
Yeah,
Big the cat.
you can be Big the cat. That's all good,
Uh,
Doug.
okay. All right. We'll move on from
Yeah,
this
yeah.
topic, but I.
Can we look at the riots now? I
All
just
right.
want to see
Yes.
people be
All
violent.
right.
I'm
Let's look
tired
at.
of hearing
I
about.
know. Let's look at the riots, guys. All right. So today,
Woohoo!
I learned this. I just learned this off Facebook. I totally forgot, but there is a planned protest day across the U.S. It's just a protest against tyranny. Really, it's just a
That's
bunch
another
of
thing we need to be doing. We need to be protesting. We need
just a
to be
bunch
on
of.
the side of the lefties.
I know. I had something today. Totally forgot, but um
We'll be able to do it once
yes.
we get back from our trip.
So the lefties and illegals are running around wild, protesting something. I think it's Trump. I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. And ICE has
Yeah,
taken the opportunity to deport them, which I think is fucking funny. So we'll
yeah,
start with LA, where they flat out started rioting. And
yes,
not only they're rioting, but the National Guard has now been called in by Trump and by Gavin Newsom. So it's good
yeah.
times. It's good times. So here we have some
New
writing
come. Death
by
to America.
well, yeah. Go ahead and list out or read out how America is spelt for the non visual listeners.
Amerika. I think they
Yeah.
were trying to put KKK, but they
Oh.
forgot the K, and so they had to stick with it and just finish it off with the A. Because I think they're running out of space on the wall. You can kind of see the pillar here. I don't think they wanted to ruin the symmetry.
Maybe, but
What
yes.
else we got?
Oh
Oh, you got
yeah.
this guy with a gas mask in
So
a
these
car,
this
which is
is
clearly not designed for riot activity.
no, this is ICE trying
Yeah,
to leave the scene. I've been told anyway.
yeah.
And there are rocks getting thrown at their car. So, yeah, we've got a bunch of
Oh
police
shit!
here getting shit. Yeah, it's getting pretty bad. They had to call the National Guard, so they're throwing tear gas. Complete
Like the guy
chaos.
is coughing as he's recording it too.
Yeah,
Like he just did a
throwing
blinker.
throwing cones.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
oh, then we have some more graffiti here that says on another wall what appears to be a bank, but I could be wrong. It
I think
says
you're right.
Chinga, and then it says fuck ice, and then it has some arrows and like a compass rotation, and then it says kill ice, and then a crudely drawn an anarchist symbol, which the corners of the A are supposed to go outside the circle to indicate that you're outside the boundaries of the law. That's what the A is supposed to represent, because the A is outside the circle, which means that you're outside the law. But this is inside the circle, so it kind of defeated the purpose of the graffiti in the first place. But
Yeah.
we have some people sitting in solidarity, some women with an FBI thing on, and
Oh, are these people with? This is an old
I
photo. It looks like for the George
oh is it
Floyd stuff. I think. I'm not sure.
yeah.
It's honking. It's honking on its own.
Oh, and they're graffitiing. This is a video of them graffitiing a
Waymo.
Waymo police cruiser.
Is that guy? Oh, and he's waving the Mexican flag. Of course.
Oh
Yes.
wait, no, it's not a police cruiser made by Waymo. It's just a regular Waymo car. It's just
Just a
a
regular
Waymo.
Waymo.
It's
Yeah.
a, yep. Appears to be a Tesla. That may have been why they targeted it.
I don't think it is a Tesla.
This is a Tesla, yes.
Is it? Are you sure? I don't think
Yes.
Waymo's. Oh, you're right. It's got the door. I didn't know Waymo operated on Teslas.
Well, I
That's
mean, yeah,
interesting.
how is it gonna? How else is it gonna charge?
It's honking. It's
Oh,
honking
never
on its
mind.
own.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Yeah,
I'm
so
pretty sure
they
Waymo
proceeded to
is a
spray paint
direct
that.
competitor.
So
Yeah.
there's unrest. Let's start with there's protest.
Lots of people in Mexican
Okay,
flag.
so but apparently Trump has signed a memo deploying 2,000 National Guardsmen to Los Angeles. So that'll be interesting. Oh, here we see a video of FBI attempting to arrest some people and then getting surrounded by what appears to be illegal immigrants and leftists supporting them.
No doubt.
Oh, here we got some fires.
You know, let's.
Yeah, there is a fire in the middle of a California intersection that has been set on fire and it is burning ablaze. in the California heat.
That no one is hurt and no one is injured.
And they're
more
waving the Mexican flag.
There's Mexican flags everywhere.
Okay.
Escalate from here. Look.
Wait, Doug, this is good. This is what we support now. This is what we want.
This is good.
This is what we want now.
I think it's great. Actually, I really do
Yeah.
think it's great. This is really important.
Yeah.
You know, it's important that these illegals stand up for what they believe in.
Exactly. Preach.
The destruction of America. It's super important that not only this happens, but that it happens in California, of all places.
Yeah.
It needs to
This
happen
is
there.
a travesty. This anti-human activity needs to cease. And I think all these anti-ICE protesters are 100% justified in doing whatever it is. I don't care if a cement brick falls on top of an FBI officer's head and it completely crushes it instantaneously and blood goes everywhere and his family just so happens to be nearby and witnesses the event. That is all 100% justified in this category.
Yeah.
You kind of seemed a little bit questioning there, Doug. Are you sure you're with the
I'm
anti-ICE protesters?
Yeah, I'm very much with the
Okay.
anti-ICE protesters because, I mean, you got to think about it. These illegals, they come from a terrible place. And they just want to come here and make our place like their place. They just want to feel like it's home. So why should we stop them from doing what they do?
People can't be illegal, Doug. People can't be illegal.
People can't be illegal.
People can't be illegal. We need to stand with Mexicans in our country all the way.
I stand with all Mexicans.
If you are Mexican and you are listening to this, please come to America. Bring your friends, bring your family, bring your chickens, bring whatever you can find. We don't even care if they're comatose. They could be in a wheelchair and completely non-responsive. Just bring them.
Preferably the drug dealers. We have an absence of drugs. Are really expensive here. We need more drug dealers, please.
The reality of it is the taxes. Our taxes aren't going to increase. It'll be the people in the middle class.
Yeah, fuck them. They're not important.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, this guy's driving around with a flag on a motorcycle. He's got the Mexican flag and the face mask.
Good for you, buddy.
And then they're.
How dare her say it's criminal activity? This is what
this is not criminal activity. Yeah, Fox News. Didn't you used to support Trump, and now you don't support Trump anymore? Make up your mind.
Yeah.
Then we see a picture of what appears to be a downed Mentos truck next to a Coca-Cola thing. I don't think that has anything to do with what we're looking for, but it's certainly interesting. Here we have Trump entering the stage with what looks to be a demon without any hair.
That's Dana Bash, or Dana White, sorry. Dana Bash.
Okay, so I was correct. What else we got? Let me just look at the top post really quick.
Yeah. It's all very much breaking. It's all happening. I can't wait
there
until
were
the National
babies,
Guard
pet dogs, and this guy's talking about January 6th, buddy. We're not on that anymore. Yeah, it's the same video we already saw. Same video we already saw. Same thing we already saw. We're looking for more. Oh, we got some more footage.
Oh yeah.
This guy is actively kicking a. I don't know what that is. I honestly don't.
Stop,
I think it's the bus stop, maybe. No, wait, no, it's an attendant booth.
Attendant.
This guy is trying to tell them to stop.
This
Clearly, he is a federal agent.
Clearly,
he's a federal agent, and he needs to be dealt with immediately.
Let's take him out. All the colored-haired women are.
Although I completely understand wanting to destroy the infrastructure.
Yeah.
I think this is completely justified, 100%. Nothing unjustifiable has happened yet.
I mean, if you think about it, all of this needs to be burned down because the natives that used to live there.
Oh, it says it right there. U.S. government property needs to be burned down.
Oh, yeah.
I 100% agree.
Yeah,
fuck you, fascists. We agree. We agree. Here at Pistols of Politics, we agree with all of these actions, and we encourage it.
We encourage it, yeah? Oh, my God.
They tear gassed a baby.
This woman was just bringing her baby with her to go join the protests, and then they got tear gassed. That is unacceptable. Why would they tear gas a baby at a protest?
A baby that clearly looks like he's almost in his 30s, to be honest.
Clearly. And she's wiping his face off with a Mexican flag. There's nothing more fucking patriotic than that.
Symbolic of the hatred towards Mexicans.
Yes. Only they would gas a baby.
Oh. They have gas masks on. They have beanbag guns.
I would just start fucking launching, dude. I would just start shooting for fun. Bitch fuck ICE.
We agree. Here at Pistols of Politics, we agree. Fuck ICE. I don't know why I had to put this on a charger, because the Mexican probably owns it. But yes, Okay,
Wait,
there we go. A truck.
yeah.
Well,
Huh?
actually, the Mexican probably works for the guy who owns the truck, but that's not important. Let's keep moving on.
Yeah. Yeah, and
It
fuck
doesn't appear to be a
Waymo
whole lot
too.
else. Yeah, fuck Waymo too, I guess, because they just so happened to be there. Here we see
What?
LAPD versus.
Oh!
Oh my god, this dude had a shield. They didn't even have a weapon on him.
Get him. Why is nobody helping him? What did he
Yeah, why
do
is no one
wrong?
helping? I mean, I guess they are anarchists, so they don't actually follow any rules or regulations of
Oh,
operating
true.
as a team. So
True,
they don't
true.
believe in team-based combat. It's all battle royale until, yeah.
That's fair.
To be fair though, like this guy was just trying to get away from the situation, and he just got fucking tackled. He got fucking pushed down for over nothing.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused.
He didn't do anything.
I don't know. I don't know what that was about. Maybe they just wanted to
Yeah,
snag one. Oh, here they come. They're
I
coming
guess.
in.
Oh, President
Oh,
Trump has
wait.
the UFC
Oh,
360 in New Jersey. Just moments after ordering the deployment to Los Angeles amid the ice race, completely unbothered. My
This-
president.
This motherfucker calls in the National Guard and then goes to watch a UFC fight, dude. It's mad
Yeah.
respect.
No. Trump is the enemy, Doug. Trump is the enemy,
Well, I can still respect my enemy.
I guess. As if Karen Bass's response to the LA fire stoked the flames of another LA riot and ordered LAPD to stand down. Good job, Karen Bass. Precedent was already set. George Bush used the Insurrection Act to put down the Rodney King riots in Los Angeles in 1992 with active duty United States Marines.
I don't know if we should
Yep.
be using that as a.
It's not an LA riot until the rooftop Koreans come out to play.
True. You know about the rooftop Koreans?
Yes.
Yeah, respect.
Pallets of cinder blocks have been discovered right near the riots in Los Angeles, being used as weapons against federal agents. Awesome. Good. We need more of this.
Yeah, there were
This is-
videos of people using like sledgehammers to. Do you know the brick columns that kind of stop people from driving a car into a store? You know, they're usually like right outside the store. Bollards.
Yeah.
They were breaking those up to create like tinier bricks to throw.
What I always wonder about these kinds of events, Doug, if the idea is to dismantle the establishment, like, you know, they have little devices, right, where you press a button and it uses a ballistics thing on the inside to push out sort of like a little piston with a serrated tip that will break any glass that you
Oh
pointed
yeah,
at,
like
right?
the tungsten.
I don't know why they don't just like walk in like normal clothing and not really identify them. Just walk in plain clothes and just to get these things out and just start breaking every single glass window in the city. I don't.
These people are too busy to worry about things like,
Thoughts.
yeah, exactly. I didn't phrase that properly. They're not thinking. They're
We need
more action based. You know.
Doug. We should be leading these people. We should
They
be
s-
helping these people destroy the establishment.
I'm
Why
sure
aren't we
they'll.
we're doing?
I'm sure there'll be another protest
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
have a family member who posts them all over Facebook all the time, so I'll let you know when the next one comes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
120 per pallet, by the way. That is actually a lot of concrete bricks.
Yeah, I believe there's a receipt on one of them, and I can see who bought it. Oh, it says George Soros.
Oh,
Who's-
well, yeah.
Who's George Soros? Why is he paying?
He's
for
our
all of-
ally now.
Oh, yeah, it's true. He's an ally.
He's now our ally.
Calling myself an ally makes me feel cool and invited to the
It
group.
does.
From now
Oh, we
on,
are
I'm an
invited to the group
ally.
now.
Oh yeah, look at all these people setting everything
More
on
photos.
fire.
There's actually some really nice photos. I wonder how
These
the
are some
photographers
nice
get paid for this.
Well, I guess more people
They have
visit
to,
the
right?
page.
Death to ice on a
Death
dumpster.
Ice. How dare ice exist in the first place? That's crazy.
Yeah, I know, right? It's actually insane. Protests have continued for hours after a federal immigration raid in Los Angeles County. Oh, this is great, Doug. This is exactly
This is
what we
why.
want to see.
Yeah, exactly. This is what we want to see. Oh yeah, there it is. That's what I was talking about.
Oh, now they're destroying the establishment. There we go.
Yeah. So this guy's breaking up concrete. I don't really know what these structures are here for in particular. Maybe to like stop homeless people from sleeping. I don't know, but there are these giant concrete cylinders that come up out of the ground, and this guy
That
is
is-
smashing it with a hammer.
I think it's just for aesthetic purposes. I think this is
It
actually
looks-
cosmetic damage he's dealing right now, to be
It's
honest.
cosmetic damage. It looks terrible.
Yeah, I mean, you can see like the clearly the metal rod that's underneath the concrete that he's destroying has an X on it. So this is they just use that to mark which ones they're doing and what kind of concrete they're using on it, right? Like I don't.
Oh, I
They
don't
just use
know.
like a mold and they just pour it in. Like the- it's actually fairly easy to break apart with like a sledgehammer. It's just molded concrete.
Hmm.
I don't think this is actually accomplishing anything except increasing morale. Increasing morale, right?
It's important.
He he feels a
Again,
part of the team now.
it's not about it's not about thinking. It's about action. I
Correct.
pick up heavy thing and I break other heavy thing. Yes.
100%.
Yeah, look at me go. Yeah, I'm helping the cause. This will stop ICE from taking me back to Mexico. I am a productive member of society.
Oh, LA emergency protest for Antifa International. Wait, Doug, this is what we need. We need to be joining Antifa. Let's go to Reddit.
Let's go to Reddit.
Yes,
Is that the
100%.
home of Antifa?
Yes. r/Antifa. We need to be joining these people, Doug. These are our people now.
Oh,
These-
we should be careful. By the way,
Why?
the new government isn't exactly in favor of these things. It will,
You can also join us r/Antifa furry porn.
Oh, Antifa and furry porn. Okay.
I'm not too concerned, Doug. Let's join the r/anti-fascists of Reddit. Let's
see
join.
what this guy has to say.
ICE raids elementary school during graduation.
Oh my God! How dare they?
How dare they? How dare they?
Those
They need to be
those-
punished.
Graduation. And there's helicopters in the sky. These schools are predominantly Hispanic.
Oh my God! This is terrible.
Yes, I agree with everything this man is saying.
Most of these schools are
I mean, you have to.
predominantly Hispanic.
He's a
Yeah.
minority. So
Gratas, I believe elementary, was having their graduation. And all of a sudden, a bunch of parents have to run out because ISIS is there.
ISIS.
This is the story
Oh
that
my-
I'm hearing.
ICE is there, Doug. That's what he meant to say.
Oh, sorry.
Listen, I there's no video proof or video evidence, but I'm going to take him 100% at his word, Doug.
He said a bunch of parents started running out because ICE is there.
Yeah. ICE apprehends the man moments after his immigration hearing. This is terrible.
He's not even resisting. Why are they tackling
He's not
him?
even resisting. Why are they tackling? Exactly.
He's
Why are
just
they
trying to
tackling?
stand up. They're impeding his freedom to stand up and not get arrested. Oh my God! They're hurting
Stop
him.
resisting.
Get back! Get the fuck back! Back up!
Here, this guy,
Oh my God.
he fought to get here. He probably carried his family on his back. And now they're sending him back to where he came from. Oh my God.
Okay, once again, and this is the problem with Antifa. The Nazis don't exist anymore. It's a defunct group. They haven't existed for 80 years. I don't know why you're putting the Nazi symbol in the trash because they don't even exist anymore. They're non-exist. Like these neo-Nazis are all federal agents. They're not even real. It's a psyop. Once again, can we focus on the real issue? If anything, maybe, just maybe, we should be putting the United States flag in the trash instead. Isn't that the whole point? Anti-fascism? The government's supposed to be fascist? Put two and two together? I don't know. Be aware of the fascist symbols of South Korea. I don't know why we're talking about South Korea. Punch Nazis. Once again, the Nazis don't exist anymore. You're talking about a defunct old group that is no longer in status. It is no longer online. It is an offline group. It's been offline for 80 years.
I can't handle this, y'all.
Oh, this guy's... Oh, it's the second time we've seen this video now. Don't stop talking about Palestine. 100% Israel is evil. This is what we need to be discussing. Okay?
Yes, Palestine, 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 Palestine.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Doug. Anytime I see someone talking about, is this a dog whistle or a Nazi symbol? I immediately think this
What
person's
the
a
fuck?
federal agent.
What does that even mean? Please explain.
Exactly. Yeah, what should I use to remove... I thought this was great. Critical support. A Boston resident noticed ICE activity in his neighborhood. He called 911 and reported several armed men without identification with unmarked cars in the area. They sent a SWAT team and booked it. Minneapolis residents surround ICE officers with protests and chants during raid. Plenty of bootlickers in the city, but I'm proud of how folks showed up with little notice. Fuck ICE. These are our people now, Doug. These are our people.
Yeah, this is our people. Do you think they steal your IQ points, or can we keep those?
Doug, listen. It's not about IQ. Harvard University is set to launch free college courses online for every unit citizen. Yeah, but you won't get the degree with it. Defending their community, Lake Street resists armed federal raid and protect their own.
Yes. ICE is bad.
Like,
these illegals. Who cares if they
this man
sometimes?
It's so funny how these people will call out Nazis and then post a picture of Netanyahu with the Israeli flag in the background and be like, "This man is a fascist. What can I do to stop him?" Like, yeah, buddy, you're not a federal agent at all. Is this Nazi symbolism? It just says exit, and the T looks like an arrow.
What is that? I don't know. I don't know. These people who see Nazi symbols like everywhere in their head, you know, just freaking out the entire time.
Far right speaker banned from veterans reunion. 1 out of 3 Nazis is not enough. What does that even? What? Like, dude, I feel like there's so many federal agents inside of this thing. ICE out of California. Protesters marching against ICE in California because of what happened at a local San Diego restaurant last week.
What happened?
This is just insane. All right, let's move on from the riots, Doug. I think people get the gist of it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think people understand.
Are there any footage of the National Guard getting there yet? Is there
Take
any
a look,
footage?
probably not. National Guard don't fuck around.
ICE traces
National Guard
all
just beat the shit out of you. Oh wait, actually we do have something here.
So these are federal law enforcement officers that are carrying this out. As we see one more person, that person being dragged across the street.
They're doing a worse job than the fucking SWAT teams.
For a moment there.
Oh, you wanna know why they don't call it the National Guard? They call it the Chair Force, just like the Air Force. They call it the National. I forget what they call it. National Chair Guard, something like that.
Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of Defense, just posted, "The violent mob assaults on ICE and federal law enforcement are designed to prevent the removal of criminal illegal aliens from our soil, a dangerous invasion facilitated by criminal cartels, and a huge national security risk." It sounds like they're about to start bombing California. Under President Trump, violence and destruction against federal agents and federal facilities will not be tolerated. It's common sense. The DoD is mobilizing the National Guard. This is, by the way, this is only an hour ago. The National Guard immediately to support federal law enforcement is mobilizing the National Guard in LA. And if violence continues, active duty Marines at Camp Pendleton will also be mobilized. They are on high alert. Oh my god, dude. We got to stay awake for when that starts happening. JD Vance, also an hour ago, just posted, one of the main technical issues in the immigration judicial battles is whether Biden's border crisis counted as an invasion. So now we have foreign nationals with no legal right to be in the country waving foreign flags and assaulting law enforcement. If only we had a good word for that. So
yeah,
maybe this. Sorry, go ahead.
No. Like, have you ever played one of those games where it's like you're infected, right? Like one person's infected and like 99 people aren't infected, and the infected person has to try to get everyone else infected, essentially.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like what I'm seeing here right now on video. I see a lot of people standing around not wanting to get infected. And they're just helping the one guy take out one of the infected.
Yeah, so I remember I've watched a lot of the riots that have happened, and anytime the National Guard gets called in, and it's not just the National Guard, but they seem to kind of have this battle of, okay, when are we authorized to use force? So you have the first kind of line of defense, which is just existing, right? The National Guard is on its way. You should leave. Second is they put themselves in between the structures that they're protecting and the people, who are protesting. And then the third, which I've actually never seen take place, even during January 6th, is, okay, let's go and actually catch these people. So
yeah.
maybe that'll start happening here. But right now we're in the kind of second and in between the first and second phase, where they're existing, they're on their way, and two, they're putting themselves in between the structures and the people. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to see the third phase kind of kick off. I think that would be fun.
You see, these people are doing it all wrong, Doug. They're doing it all wrong. Listen, the whole point of a protest or a riot is to dismantle the infrastructure of the oppressive fascist system. Okay, listen. You can't you can't dismantle the oppressive and fascist system if you're sitting there out in the open with air horns like, look at where we are. No, you've already failed. You know what you do? You order a shit ton of smoke grenades. You throw the smoke grenades on the ground. You go into an establishment. You completely demolish it. And then you walk out. And no one knows who the fuck did anything at all because of all the fucking smoke. See, it's a lot easier to destroy things in the smoke when you don't need to see anything. You just need to walk in, break some glass, and walk out. Right? Am I crazy? You don't, and they can't see you, but you can see what you're destroying. That's the whole point. They're not tactical about it at all. There's just like a bunch of federal agents honeypotting people into signing up for this stupid shit. All right? At least be smart about it.
Well, there's a
Yeah, you can see that.
there's a new method to dealing with these riots, or even just protests in general, where instead of actually stopping it from taking place, they just show up later. They catch your face on camera, or they figure out who you are, and then they just show up and arrest you.
Oh.
I wonder how much of that will be used here. I know FBI Director Kash Patel was posting earlier. It was like, yeah, if we identify
He's a
you,
coward.
we're
He's a
gonna,
coward.
We're gonna show up and get you.
Kash Patel is a coward. He couldn't even name Trump on the Epstein list.
Insurrectionists carrying this is JD Vance. Insurrectionists carrying foreign flags are attacking immigration enforcement officers, while one half of America's political leadership has decided that border enforcement is evil. Time to pass President Trump's beautiful bill and further secure the border. I mean, the
How
border.
about fuck President Trump? Fuck President Trump. Fuck his big beautiful bill. I want as many Mexicans in here as we can get. I want them to be I want them to show up on Donald Trump's house front door. I don't give a shit. I want them at Mar-a-Lago immediately. Immediately. I want every single Mexican we can find, and I want them rounded up. I want them put on Mar-a-Lago Resort immediately.
DHS and Border Patrol are now airdropping tactical gear by helicopter to support their agents on the ground in LA. So, yeah, I kind of want to talk about immigration a little bit, just to like enlighten people what's going on, because I hear a lot of misinformation on it.
We just watched a video of a guy with a Mexican flag driving a motorcycle around a burning car in the middle of a Californian intersection. Yeah. I think people got the idea now.
Well, I want to talk about the process, because I feel like that's the more. I'm not a big fan of talking about the ideology, the results. What I do like talking about is the laws behind it and the ideas, the logic behind the laws. I think that's most important, because it kind of helps put things in perspective. It's easy when you have an Indian black woman get up there and say, "Yeah, bring in the illegals." It's all, on the opposite end, it's fine when you have Trump who says, "Okay, we're gonna deport them all," but like, what does any of that mean?
Yeah.
Here's the most fundamental law that the Republicans and Democrats disagree about, and we have an asylum system, which is when somebody says to the U.S. government that, hey, I'm being persecuted for religious, my sexual orientation, my sex, just for some hate crime reason, whatever's covered a hate crime, genocide. You can apply for asylum. There's the refugee status, which is similar but a little more proactive on the part of the U.S. government. So that would be like, at the Afghanis when Afghan fell. That's the current South African situation. And then you have normal immigration. So they just come here. Now, what typically happens is they need to be put in a place while their application is being processed. Yeah. So here's where the specific law gets fought over. Yeah. Democrats believe that illegals, and when I say illegals, I am encompassing all of what all the different categories I just said. All of them should be held on our lands in our centers while they're being processed.
Yeah.
Republicans say no, they should stay outside our country, typically on the Mexican side, outside the wall, the border. The
Yeah.
logic behind the Democrat side is that, well, if they stay on the other side, they're more likely to suffer, bad shit. They starve, they get, trafficked, just bad shit
Yeah.
happens, right? It's a humanitarian
Yeah.
problem. The Republicans say, well, if you let them in, you're letting in dangerous people. That's the law that keeps changing whenever there's a Republican in charge or a Democrat in charge. That's the kind of the
Yeah.
big combative issue. The bigger problem here, and I don't know when it started. I want to say it was under Biden. They changed it. The Democrats in general changed it so that the refugee and asylum status, which gets a little more fast tracked than just being illegals, was increased. So there's like obviously there's a set amount. I don't remember the number. It was like 3,000 to 5,000. It got increased to 8,000, and so on and so forth. They just increased the number. So all of a sudden, we had a lot of people coming up to the border and saying, "I need asylum. My country is persecuting me." And then what persecution meant also increased, and so we had a huge influx of illegals. Let's be honest. Even growing up, we knew, immigrants, specifically Mexican immigrants, were all over the country. We knew they were getting underpaid and living under the table. We didn't really care about it. But the difference between those immigrants and the current ones, I mean, it's night and day. These are not just, first of all, they're not just Mexicans anymore. And unfortunately, there's been a broadcasting of the change in the system so that pretty much anyone knows they can come in, claim asylum or refugee status, and then get in. And now Trump wants to deport them, and this is where we're at. There's now riots all over LA and New York. So I thought that was important to explain.
Yeah, I mean, like, the reality of it is that the boomers were totally fine with making these immigrants second-class citizens and just subjecting them to a life where you don't really get the same, benefits and resources that people that pay Social Security or are actual citizens get. And then once it came time for them to retire, then it's like, oh, well, these immigrants are, causing my taxes to go up. They're trying to take away from my Social Security. They're invading my neighborhoods, and now it's time for them to go. Well, no, actually, I want more of them. I think I want more of them now. Actually, Aunt Marie, how does that sound? Huh? I want a few more illegal immigrants going on here. In fact, I want all of them. Bring me all of your illegal immigrants. Jewish owner and leader of Mexico, something Steinbaum, Julia Steinbaum. Yes, send us all of your Mexicans just like you did in Europe, please.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Germany. Maybe we can transition there. Germany has people driving cars into their civilians all the time. We're not even close to that happening yet. You want to look this up?
No,
it's Passau, Germany. They just had another car ride over a bunch of citizens, and we don't have that problem yet. So why not invite more into our country? I don't understand. Why not keep going? Oh, is this an ad? Please tell me this is an ad.
Who cares that Britain is on course to be minority white? Who cares that Germany is on course to be a minority white? Who cares that France is on course to be minority? And the list goes on and on. Yeah, who cares? Who cares? Apparently not them. Let's see what else we got going on here. A 12-day-old German baby and her mother are attacked in Germany by a Syrian migrant. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's probably the baby's fault anyway.
Yeah, exactly. They deserved it. They voted for it. Did you know that in Germany, child-free people are financially penalized just for not having kids? Oh, excellent. An Afghan migrant randomly attacks and breaks a glass bottle over a German teenager's head. Fuck Germany. This is for Afghanistan. Good freedom fighters. Do what you need to do.
Oh, shit. Oh, my god, you just fucking killed that guy.
His buddy doesn't even do anything.
I know. Yeah, dude. Fantastic. Let's
Good
go.
job.
Good job, Greta Thunberg.
Yep. Like, honestly, if you're sitting out there in the middle of the night anyway, you're just asking to die anyway. Like,
In Germany.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't like cities across Germany becoming more Muslim, it's your problem, and you should leave. They
Sharia
should.
law in
They
Germany.
really should. They obviously didn't care enough about the country to protect it from them, so they
No.
obviously don't deserve to live there anymore.
You voted how many years in a row for a party that believes in immigration? Good for you guys. You identified that. Dude, we gotta find the ads. The ads are so funny. Hold on.
The ads are boring, dude. 'Cause the ads are always the same shit. It's always the same shit. And it's like they're always paid for by the same people.
I know, but they're
filibuster.
so fucking funny.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's funnier watching people get beat up.
Yeah, I mean, that's funny too. Thankfully, there's such a plethora of both.
Oh,
that, like,
what do we got here? A Gazan man from Rafah living in Germany on temporary papers walked into a cafe, one of the wealthiest suburbs in France, and smashed a chair over the head of Orthodox Rabbi Eli Limmel. This is what we want to see. This is what we want to see. Show me. Show me. You know what's so interesting about this too? Like, this is the guy getting arrested, right? He's the guy who supposedly smashed a chair over the Orthodox rabbi's head. You notice how people detain him immediately and just walk him out towards the police, I would assume, right? Notice how much more protection there is for this one guy than there is for anyone else that lives in France.
fuck,
I don't think it's any coincidence. Islamist asylum seeker obtains German passport and mocks Germany. You are helpless. We conquered your land. The system is ours. Everything belongs to us. Everything is under our feet. We rule now, and there's nothing you can do about it. Absolutely. Fuck the Germans. They deserve it. What's next?
I mean, anyone who votes for it, that tee hee. If you vote, if you voted for it, you get what you like.
Yeah, Afghans are creating chaos and destroying the streets of Paris. It was Paris. It was already destroyed before they got there. I promise you that. Yep. Throw the trash into the street. It can't get much dirtier than this anyway.
True. Oh, Germany. Oh, this is Paris. Yeah.
This is Paris. This is France. Same thing, pretty much.
Or, sorry, France. Yeah, I mean, they're just running around and just throwing shit around, and it's just
This is what we want to see more of.
It's just straight up importing the third world and watching them fucking destroy everything. You know.
They kidnapped a German girl. Good job, Germany.
Yeah, like they literally pick her up and they're carrying her away. By the way.
Well, not carrying yet.
No, they do. Yep, straight up.
Oh, sure,
and you can see her friend in the back is like trying to kind of half stop it. But yeah, this is Germany. Yeah,
they just don't care. The German women don't care. They enjoy it.
Somehow everyone has been bred into docility. Is that even a word? To be docile, and they just let it happen.
100%.
Just no
100%.
idea what to do. Just literally,
woman in Germany.
Illegal immigrant picks up this chick and starts running away with her, and her friend's like kind of pulling on him a little bit. Like, that's it. That's the extent of.
She ain't gonna do anything. No pun intended. They're pussies.
Well, I think that's kind of the point.
Yeah. But not with German people. Germany is expected to keep the borders open for people, like 100%. Yes, open borders. During automobile, citizens are supposed to line up on the side of the road to allow ambulances to drive through as quickly as possible.
Oh, here I found one of them here.
Pull this up. Yeah, I don't care about your ads, Doug. I'm sorry, they're just so lame. It's obvious who pays for them. It's obvious that they all have the same message.
They're just so crazy, dude. They're just so.
They're really not. They're really not. I mean, it's expected. It's expected. Like, it's expected for them to do this. This is part of the modus operandi.
Here is an actual advertisement that they have in Germany. If you are a new immigrant to Germany, can you go back up while I'm reading it? If you're a new immigrant in Germany and wish to have gay sex with a German man, check out German government helpful website for instructions. Most German men will be happy to have gay sex with immigrants, but it's important to ask first. Of course.
That's the flag of Israel in the background, and then yeah, they get the flag of Israel in the background.
Yeah, dude. It's totally normal. Everyone wants to have gay sex with immigrants, don't you?
Yeah.
Didn't you know that?
Oh, I didn't know it until now. The ad told me.
Dude, there's some funny. There was one that was fucked up. It was like, it was talking about teenage girls and how to get a teenage girl to sleep with you as an immigrant. I can't fucking remember. I don't remember what it said, but like,
I don't think they need a tutorial. I don't think they waste time talking.
no, they don't. Oh my
Yeah.
god. God bless
Oh,
Germany.
also, I want to mention something else. The October 7th attack was a false flag.
Oh my
You
god.
don't think Mossad let it happen? They let it happen. So that way they could have an excuse
Okay,
to just
fine.
fucking bombard them.
I don't care if you say that they let it happen, as long as you don't
did.
flat out deny the like
You mean
videos.
to tell me Mossad, one of the most informed agencies, IDF, one of the most informed agencies in the world, was just had no clue this was going on when they literally sent them pagers to their home addresses for them to explode in their pockets a week later? Yeah, okay, buddy. Sure, keep believing that. Tell me how that works out for you.
I don't care either way. I don't care.
Yeah, neither do I.
But
I'm just saying.
But there are people who flat out deny the videos of them like running around murdering and killing and raping and pillaging, and it's just like,
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Yeah.
Shabbat at the base? A peaceful Shabbat?
What is
this?
I don't know.
Coca-Cola?
Coke? Wait. Is Coke? Wait,
I mean,
it's clearly set up that Coke is advertising here because it's all pointed in our direction.
I mean,
what the fuck? Is this like some kind of, what is this? This is an ad, clearly.
I mean, this is like a military base, and I don't know why they're drinking Coke, to be quite honest with you.
Because it's an ad, dude. Did you also know that Coca-Cola, it's an ad, clearly.
What's the other drink they have? Is that Fresca? What is this? I think it looks like it's Sprite, and they got something else.
Doesn't matter because Coca-Cola is the one showing. So that's definitely that only is done when they're trying to advertise it, and it's done very intentionally.
Honestly, Doug, what the fuck? What is this? Are these peppers? This is vegetables?
Yeah, isn't it a holiday or whatever?
How bad do they have it over there? Where's the meat?
It's a holiday, but I don't think they can eat meat or something. I don't know
Why do
what
these
it
people
is.
celebrate their religion?
I don't know. I have no idea.
The fuck?
I don't know, but all I know is that was an ad.
Mm-hmm. Probably. Tel Aviv this evening.
Oh no, not music.
Wait a minute. They're living the white boy summer lifestyle. Well, we're over here dealing with immigrants.
I know. I'm gonna go visit them with my family. If you're
100%.
Jewish, they have a program where you can go and visit for free.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and just explore my heritage. This was also just posted an hour ago. Marco Rubio, our Secretary of State, says the United States condemns in the strongest possible terms the attempted assassination of Senator Miguel Urib. What the fuck? This is a direct threat to democracy and the result of the violent leftist rhetoric coming from the highest levels of the Colombian government. What is going on? Having seen firsthand Colombia's progress over the past few decades to consolidate security and democracy, it can't afford to go back to dark days of political violence. President Petro needs to dial back the inflammatory rhetoric. Oh, I thought I just saw B-52s. That's so funny. President Petro needs to dial back the inflammatory rhetoric and protect Colombian officials. We stand in prayer with Miguel's family. The attempted assassination. I wonder what happened.
That's a good question.
Well, okay, now I'm just seeing Coke ads everywhere. Fuck off, man.
Well, yeah, that's what happens, Doug. Wait, where's your ad block, Doug? What are you doing?
Well, I mean, like, the classic AI. Oh, there's some Coca-Cola. Look what Coca-Cola can do.
Yeah, precisely.
Yeah. Can you look up New York? I heard there were riots in New York, too. They were just starting.
New York? Yeah, sure.
NYC riots, yeah. I believe these just started.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. We got
Oh,
more.
they got the spray out.
Yeah, they're pepper spraying, all right.
Oh, oh, oh.
Is that guy?
They got
Is that a
paintball guns.
paintball gun? Yeah. What the hell?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like some kind of
It doesn't-
tear
it doesn't-
gas gun.
It doesn't have actual paintballs in it. It has metal paintballs.
No. Watch when he fired it. It was like spraying out like pepper spray, tear gas. Dude, they are throwing
Maybe.
like whole ass
Pepper balls, maybe.
bricks and rocks at these cops. Dude, what is happening? This cop has like
Freedom. That's what's happening, Doug.
freedom. Sure.
Freedom fighters.
Oh, they're chanting. What are they chanting?
I don't even know, Doug. But it's good. Whatever it is, it's good for the country.
True.
Get out, guys! Get out. Yeah, I don't know why they don't just toss the tear gas back. Or buy
Yeah,
gas masks, like
those are
they buy all these like
What?
hoodies, they buy all the like
Look at this guy with
they
a
buy
cane.
hoodie. I don't know what he's doing. Like I don't understand why they don't just buy gas masks, Doug. Like they spend all this money on like uniforms and hoodies and poster boards. What about like a gas mask, right?
George
Like,
Soros didn't provide the gas masks.
I guess not.
So yeah, you can clearly see we're in the second stage where they're just positioning themselves in between the buildings and the people, but hopefully, you know, because it's important that we do these protests, hopefully we get the third stage where they actually just start mass arresting and shooting everyone with rubber bullets, because that's my favorite part.
Nope, Doug. We are on the side of the protesters, Doug. You keep forgetting
I know,
this.
that's what I'm saying.
We don't want them to get shot with rubber bullets. We want them to be shooting the police with rubber bullets.
I want this to get as protesty as the BLM riots. It's important for our society.
This is true.
Yeah,
I
shame.
agree.
Shame on you.
Shame. They're using the shame debuff. They have to continuously apply it in order for it to be effective. It takes one mental health point.
These guys are crying inside now.
Look at them. They're just walking back. Like the shame is working, Doug. The shame is working. The
Game
debuff aura is working.
It's true.
Right now, they're afraid of a white woman with dyed red hair. Clearly not a natural redhead.
Dude, I think what needs to happen in support of these illegals is that when they get deported, the red-haired women also get deported with them. It's important.
No,
you know, to show
no one's getting deported,
solidarity.
Doug. We need as many Mexicans in this country as we can get.
I'm just saying. Yeah, they're cowards. They're running away. True.
They're running away. They are cowards.
What's the point of having
Get
these
out.
guns without...
Get out. Look at what they've done. They've saved the country. These protesters have saved the country, Doug.
True. They saved the country.
They 100% saved the country. They all got back in the van, and now they're on their way back to Diddle Land.
Why are they using this? Man.
That's right. That's right.
Well, they did it. What
They
about
did. They ran them off.
nice spaced out by localized
Oh, not the
patriots?
Not the music trying to get us freaking demonetized. Yeah, I mean, so
I
ICE
can't
is
even hear
not
myself
really...
think.
I know, it's kind of muted. ICE isn't really prepared to deal with riots. It's not really their specialty, to be honest, so...
Yeah.
It-
Oh, no, oh, God, they're handcuffing this guy. They're taking him. They're putting him in the ambulance.
How
Don't give him
dare
medical
they.
assistance. Don't you dare do this.
What do you mean? He
Don't
needs
do
it.
it. No, he doesn't. He doesn't. He's strong. He's a fighter like us. They got another fighter, Doug. It's a big-breasted, slightly overweight woman
Probably trans.
with sunglasses and a mask.
Probably a trans male.
She's clearly lost her balance. They're not trying to. Why they keep pushing her against the thing? I don't know why at this point. The protesters are pulling
they're
her
trying
arm.
to save her.
She's
They're
gonna
trying to save her. It's a tug of war. It's a
They're
tug of
tearing her
war.
apart,
Who's
literally.
who's going to win? Will it be? Oh no, they're kidnapping her. They're kidnapping her.
They're kidnapping her.
This is the brutality.
It's like Scientology.
Yeah, she's on the sidewalk. Oh, look at all the zip ties. What the freak?
Yeah, I know,
They're
right?
trying to get freaky out here.
They already have handcuffs, Doug. They don't need the zip ties. Zip ties are just there for comical effects.
Oh, okay.
They're there to let people know what could happen to them.
Oh, what the
What's
hell?
going on here?
is that?
Oh shit! Shit is falling
Oh,
from
this is
the
a
windows
while.
onto the protesters.
This is a couple months ago during the
Residents hurl
Palestine.
garbage full of feces from their windows targeting pro-Palestine. Oh my god.
Ew.
Left-wing disruptors literally dragged and arrested by police as they riot outside ICE HQ in New York City. Roll the windows down. Stay back. Get back.
Dude, I want to see mass arrests. I want everyone getting pulled in. Fucking
No, we
thrown
don't,
into a
Doug.
truck.
We want the protesters to defeat the government.
I know, but I can't help
You keep
myself.
forgetting this, Doug.
I want them. I want.
These
mass,
are our people now.
I want
Because
them-
without them, we have nothing.
I want SWAT team, National Guard coming in with hundreds of rubber bullets and just blasting people.
No, stop, Doug. It's not what we want.
That's what I want, dude. It's in my.
Oh, this is the video.
Save him.
Another new angle.
Yeah, another. Oh, it's the same video. FreedomNews.tv. Wait, this guy's filming it live. They're hurting her.
You're
Oh
hurting
my
her.
god, they're hurting her. This is terrible. How dare they hurt this protester?
Why did they arrest her though? And what's to do with the suit doing here?
I don't know, like, what the calls are for the arrest, but, like, how it is they'll form a
I mean-
line, and then when somebody steps up too far, they just yoink them forward and arrest them.
Yeah.
I don't really know what the triggers are for the arrest, but they, like, try and arrest them one by one when they get too close, maybe as, like, a warning. Start sending them home, but yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, you can still run. Like, you can still run away.
I know, I don't know. What color is her hair? This is important. Colored hair equals higher
I don't know.
status.
Dirty blonde, maybe? An
Is it-
action blonde?
Thought I saw blue.
No, afraid not. No blue yet. We're almost there.
What?
This guy's clearly a bisexual.
What the hell is
This is clearly a hate crime as well.
Clearly, it's a hate crime. They're kidnapping this bisexual person. Possibly trans.
Exactly.
So many women. Why are they only arresting these women, trans males?
That's all they can
Clear-
get. That's all they can get, Doug. That's how strong our fighters are. They're sacrificing the women first. True gender equality in motion.
You go, girls. What the
Oh,
hell
an
is
Asian
that?
woman too. She probably drove the wrong way, but that's not the point.
Oh!
Oh, they're dancing,
Oh!
and they somehow managed to take a baby.
It's a baby
carriage?
crib.
Yeah, baby crib. Yeah, they
Oh yeah,
just,
break it. Break the baby.
yeah, break the vehicle. Yes, this is what we want to see more of.
Yep. Probably the vehicle of a protester itself. Which is pretty funny. This is in New York or is this LA? Looks like New York.
Doug, this is obviously New York. Look at the crowd. Okay, listen, we don't have time for these. What's happening here? Police moved in to
Oh.
stop the extremist Muslim and leftist. Oh wait, this is last year.
This is last
We don't
year.
care
We
about
don't care
that.
about last year.
We don't care about last
We
year.
want new news.
12
Who
hours ago,
cares?
what do we got here?
Oh,
Oh,
we
we saw
saw
this
this.
guy get fucking
This is
tackled.
another angle. Boom!
Yeah. Oh. Water bottles. That's right. They need to
What
keep them
was-
hydrated.
What was that channel? FreedomNews.tv?
Freedom News TV, yeah.
Let me see.
Obviously,
Freedom
there wasn't a whole lot of freedom going on there, so I'm not sure.
TV.
Might want to change the name.
And I got a virus. That's crazy.
I'm sure you did. Good job,
That's
buddy.
wild.
What else we got going on here?
Uh,
Broken out in Los Angeles, anarchists are launching attacks on both federal and local law enforcement.
NYPD. Yeah, I don't know.
This
what-
guy has his dog at the protest for some reason, using
course,
him as a
gotta
dog
be.
shield.
Yeah, dude.
It's a pug, it
Wait,
appears.
why is he What is he doing? He's humping the air at the officers.
And now he's running away because
Him-
they started
this
shooting
poor
bullets.
dog. Let's bring your babies and your dogs to a protest for some reason.
Yep, use him as a shield. This is what the government needs to suffer from.
It's crazy. Hamas uses dogs and humans as shields and babies, and now our protesters are. Thank you, Hamas. That was genius. Genius marketing. So yeah, we're still in the second phase. It looks like.
Oh, there's a trucker. It's time to break the trucker's windows. He called.
Attack
He
the
asked for
trucker.
it.
How dare he
Attack
exist?
the trucker. Why is the trucker not getting aggro? I don't know. Are these mobs not high enough level?
Everyone's laughing and having a good time.
Yeah.
to think this could be us.
They got him pushed back. Yeah, this could be us right now, Doug. We could be filming all of this.
True.
We could be getting hit by rubber bullets
Could
and
be
breathing
petting-
in toxic fumes.
Could be petting dogs.
Could be petting dogs as well.
Oh my goodness, what is this?
That's last year.
Oh yeah. This is for the Freedom
Oh.
Parade.
All of this needs to be stopped, Doug. We need more protests going on.
What we need is the National Guard to get there so we can teach the National Guard a lesson too.
Wait a minute. Every single Democrat at tonight's New York City mayoral debate said anti-Semite Mahmoud Khalil should be released from ICE custody. Maybe we were Team Democrat all along.
True.
This is what we need to be doing, Doug.
This is also
Pfeiffer? What is Pfeiffer?
what the fuck?
Oh, it's
What-
the UFC fight that's going on right now. What are we missing? Show 70 posts.
All right, we'll come back to the riots as they keep going, but we also have some content in Ireland.
Ireland, what?
Yeah, Ireland is also having some anti-immigration. Well, they're having the opposite of what we're doing. They're having anti-immigration protests. So Ireland, yeah,
Get them off him! Get them off him! Get them off him!
quite a bustle of activity here.
Look at how many influencers are here.
I know.
How are they more well dressed than we are? This is the craziest part.
Sometimes I dress up nice.
Although I will
don't.
say they don't look the part of protesters. They look like plainclothes civilians, right?
Maybe that's how
But-
they do it in Ireland.
No, it's kind of weird. Ireland. Come on, you gotta look the part at least. You gotta have the shamag. You gotta come on, look the part at
Only
least.
in
Get the blue
America
hair
are
going.
you only in America when you protest do you wear a mask, dye your hair blue, and I don't know, look like the opposite gender. I don't know. Maybe it helps hide your identity. or
Maybe that
protect
would, I don't know, that would kind of help the protest situation going on here. Also, Ireland only has about 5 police officers. These guys could easily be overpowered and beaten to death.
Yeah, so
I don't know what.
Currently happening in Ireland, and this has been a rising event. This isn't the only time this happened either, but they are currently rioting and protesting over the huge increase in illegals that are there. In Ireland, it's been kind of interesting. They have these like large mini villages of illegals. So in the UK, they just put them in hotels. In America, they put them in hotels. But in Ireland, they have like literally built shanties for the illegals. Yeah, and they've suffered similar problems to all the other countries that bring in illegals. But yeah, Ireland, it's a lot of protesting this weekend going pretty much everywhere. So we have Ireland, we've got the US, Germany.
The reality of it is, Doug, if you need to protest, you've already lost. It's over. Like you've already, if you're at the point where you need to protest, it's probably already over. America's a unique case where we need to protest. We need more illegals in the country, and yeah, I'm going to continue to vote for that for the remainder of my existence.
It's kind of funny that like in America we're currently protesting over ICE taking away illegals, and in Ireland we're protesting over illegals. So that's some interesting times we're living in. But hey, you know what? Good for you, Irish. Good for you, man.
I mean, at least you're doing something, I guess. But quick question, Ireland. Where's your guns? Where did those go?
I don't really know.
You guys,
does Ireland ban guns? I don't know their gun laws.
Let's take a look.
Take a look.
Ireland gun laws. Let's take a look. Owning a firearm requires a certificate, also known as a license. There's no inherent right to own firearms. To obtain it, they must meet specific criteria and provide evidence of their competence in handling firearms along with other details. Certificate is valid for 3 years and can be refused or appealed to the local district court. Good to know. I think Ireland is cooked. Here's the anti-immigration march from a third-person perspective. That's a lot of people. Unfortunately, not a whole lot's getting done because you're not marching in front of the president's office now, are you? Croke Park Stadium was closed for mass celebrations. On the way to the stadium, anyone who looked Irish was stopped, while anyone who appeared to be Muslim was free to go. This is racial profiling. They voted for it. So, oh, yeah, I've seen that video before. Ireland cannot be conquered. Well, I'm afraid you already are. Sorry to say. Yeah, that one's a pretty old video. Let's see what else we got involving protests.
Oy vey. Well, again, at least Ireland is actually trying to defend their land.
Well, I mean, defend? Where's your guns?
What do you want them to
Once
start
again,
shooting the cops? Or shoot the illegals, or what?
yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to. Listen, the cops have already signed up for their lives for the government. They've already signed away their life. The reality of it is, Doug, it's a zero-sum game. You don't like the thing is, people have to die in order for change to occur. Like, I'm not saying you should go out and shoot the police, but if your objective is to take down the government and the police are stopping you, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to shoot the police. That's just how it is. That's war.
Actually, I'll say this. You do bring up a good point where when do things get that violent? Have they? I would say like the Civil War, but like has there ever been a situation specifically in America where like it's been flat out, civilians with guns versus the state? I don't think it has.
Yeah, the Civil War.
Well, I know I said besides the Civil War, my guy.
Some redneck hicks from the South versus the unionized state in the North. The farmers versus the industrials. That was what the war was.
Fair enough.
The people in the South wanted slaves. People in the North didn't want slaves. Except they still had slaves because they had child labor going on and terrible wages. But that's a whole nother story. But yeah, essentially, if you're going to fight against the government, you have to fight against the government, Doug. You can't, like, the government puts you in fucking handcuffs. You can't be like, I'm going to blow hot air onto these handcuffs until they melt. You have to be like, I'm going to break this against the fucking cage they put me in, and then I'm going to rip out the arm of the prison guard who has the key. And then when I have his arm, I'm going to use the fingers on his arm to grab the keys off of his waist belt. And then I'm going to use those keys to unlock the cage and then beat the prison guard with his own arm. That's what you have to do.
I won't say whether I think it's right or wrong. I will say I agree that if people did react that way, we wouldn't have this problem.
Correct.
You're 100% correct that if any government let in over 10% of the country's population in illegals, and all of a sudden a bunch of people protesting had guns and started shooting this shit at everything, that would shut that shit down really quick. that would not be a problem. You're not wrong in that sense.
Like,
that would be an effect.
The reality of it is, war is a basic element of human life.
It's not just human life though, but it's just animal.
Yeah. And so the reality of it is, you're going to have to shoot the police. The police are stopping you from saving your country. You're going to have to shoot them. If you're going to fight against your government, guess what? You're going to need a gun, and you're going to need the willpower to use it. You're also going to need to kill the people that have invaded your land if they don't want to leave. If they insist on staying there, you have to end their lives too. That's how it works. That's war. People have forgotten. The men have forgotten where they came from, but
they've been bred into docility. I don't know if that's a word,
exactly.
But yes.
The Islamic men have not forgotten. That's why they go around doing whatever the fuck they want, because they understand how war works. They understand that it's a basic component of their religion and of their lifestyle, and so that's what they do. But these European men, they're fucking pussies. They don't fucking get it. Where's your guns? Where's your machetes? Where's your fucking willpower? Come on, dude. This is if there was ever a point in time where toxic masculinity was needed, this would be it. Well, where's the toxic masculinity?
Some people have spent so much money trying to weed out, quote, toxic masculinity, unquote, Thankfully, in
Yeah.
America, we've survived it, and I'd say we've overcome it. But yeah, unfortunately for Europeans, you guys didn't have a voice to start with, and now you are a little melted.
Yeah. Like you like if you want to save your country, you got a long fucking way to go. You're gonna need death squads going down the fucking street. You're gonna need fucking ARs. You're gonna need submachine guns. You're gonna need smoke grenades, flashbangs, you name it. You're gonna need the whole fucking Call of Duty kit. And even then, you're still gonna be struggling against their SWAT teams, buddy. Like you're in for a rough ride. Even at your best, you're in for a rough ride.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. The longer you wait, the worse it's going to get. I mean, we literally we sit around here and we joke, but we just watched a video of an Afghan immigrant fucking pick up some woman and run away with her, and everyone was just
He didn't
like,
seem to give a fuck either.
yeah, yeah,
Like
exactly.
Ger-
Yeah,
German women don't even care anymore. They're just like,
yeah,
whatever. They don't give a fuck. Like, just kidnap me. I don't care.
yeah. That's just
I mean, they literally voted for it, so it's like,
true.
what are you even gonna say at that point?
I don't know, Chief. The Irish people seem to be a little more resistant. They were like tackling that cop in their defense.
Yeah, I mean,
I
not enough. Obviously, they still got the guy.
it's
Like
true.
the dude, you literally outnumber them like
Yeah.
a fucking 5-1. Like, get the fuck in there.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the
No,
line
no,
of thinking
no,
is. I'll
no.
tell you.
Stop.
I'll tell you what. If you and I were protesting something and
No,
we thought I was important enough, and they were trying to get you, I would go with you, bro. Either
yeah,
I'm getting arrested or I'm breaking you free. I will play.
yeah.
I won't give up on the tug of war.
You see, the thing is, Doug, and these people that are dealing with the cops, they don't know how to deal with them. Just break their finger. You know how easy it is to break a finger, Doug? You know how fragile a finger is? All you have to do is just grab one of their fingers with your fucking thing and just twist it all the way back and just fucking break it. They're gonna be reeling in pain. There's a bunch of nerves in the hands and the legs. Like, dude, just break their finger. They won't want to go near you after that. They'll be like, "Oh, my fucking finger is broken, you fucking bitch," and they'll just be running back to their little cave, right? Like, just break their fingers. I
True.
don't know. Maybe it's just me, Doug. Maybe I've just been around too much.
I mean, you haven't gone out to a protest, so
Right, Doug. But the
you know.
thing is, if we attack the police, we don't really make enough of a change. That's why we have to aim for the politicians.
Okay, dude, half the shit you've been saying is illegal. Let's calm down a little bit.
I mean, seriously, if you want things to change, you have to target the people that are making the laws. Am I wrong?
I don't know if you're wrong. I just know you're not allowed to say it out loud.
Once again, Doug, we stand with the Mexicans. We stand with the people that they call illegals. They're not illegals. No one is illegal, right? We stand with the protesters. Free Palestine. What else do we got going on? Yeah, we stand with Antifa. What else we got going on?
Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know who's gonna arrest it. Will it be the Democrats? Will it be the Republicans? Will it be the illegals? Will it be the fucking Muslims? I don't know who's gonna get us one day, but someone's gonna get us.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And what's the craziest thing, Doug, is like, you think that there's a peaceful solution to this? Really? You
I mean,
really think that there's a peaceful solution to
at minimum,
people that are to people that are reproducing inside of your country like a disease? Like, you think there's a peaceful solution here?
well, whose side are you on now, buddy? Doesn't sound like you're talking about the white people.
Doug, I'm obviously talking about the white people.
Yeah, the white people are breeding like a disease. Are you sure about that?
Yeah, they're still there. So there's obviously still a problem going on. We got to get rid of the white people. That's how it works. Listen, what are you going to do? There's no peaceful solution here. That's why the Islamists are fucking beating the shit out of them. And they deserve it too. They deserve it all the way to the end. And Doug, in our lifetime, we'll get to watch Ireland become an Islamic country. Isn't that great?
I don't know. The Irish, I feel like if there's anyone to actually rebel a bit, it's the Irish. Properly.
Maybe, probably not.
Will, you may not, but I hold faith with the Irish.
Okay, we'll bet right now. How much money you want to bet?
$20. Well, I guess.
Okay.
What is the bet here exactly?
Does Ireland become an Islamic country before we die?
Does Ireland? That's a tough call. But I'll take the bet. I can procure $20 over a lifetime. I'm sure.
Okay, I'm sure. Yeah, $20.
Yeah.
$20 that Ireland will become
And
an Islamic country.
how would we determine whether or not they're Islamic?
When the guy that's their prime minister is speaking is Arabic.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, that'll call it for sure. That'll be
Yeah.
it.
Hell, forget the end of our lifetime. That might be in the next couple years.
It could be. I can see it happening by 2030.
But yeah, no, Doug. It's like here's what's going to happen. All these European countries are going to become Islamic, and guess who's going to step in to save them from the Islamic issues? Israel. And guess who's going to be under the ownership of Israel?
Everybody.
All of Europe.
I mean, fair enough. I can see it happening.
Yep. And Europe will
How-
just turn into a worse version of America. essentially.
How long does it take the fucking National Guard to get there, man?
To Europe?
To Europe? To LA, man.
Not that long. I mean, most of them kind of just stand around doing nothing, waiting for someone else to start something.
Yeah, but like I said, they are, I guess, in that second phase where they stand in between the important structures,
they're-
and the people. But
Yeah.
hopefully
They're
they
just like,
start-
well, I'll wait for this guy to do something, and then I'll step in.
I don't know. Do you think we'll get copyrighted for this music?
You see, bagpipes are cool and all, but where's your guns? Well, you're not changing anything. Like, the only way you can create change in this world is by ending human life. That's it. That's the only way you can create change. I'm sorry, Doug. It's the truth. I know it sounds crazy. That's the only way you can change anything.
It
You
doesn't
remember
sound crazy. It's just illegal to say.
I mean, it's
fun.
a fact. Remember what happened when Luigi Mangione killed that CEO? I mean,
Oh yeah. Do you know
I
what
should-
just?
I
You know what just
shouldn't
happened?
say what.
A CEO of Health United, a
Yeah.
healthcare company, just got arrested for like I don't know, fraud or some shit.
Who cares? He'll
It's
be
like
out.
$6
He
billion.
has plenty of money. Who cares? He'll be out. Anyways, Doug, yeah, I shouldn't say Luigi Mangione, right? Because he isn't the guy who killed the the healthcare CEO. He isn't. He's a patsy, right? He didn't actually kill anyone. Oh, look, guys, we found some documents in the murder weapon on his person while we detained him inside of a McDonald's, right? Yeah, that's totally believable. FBI, keep running with that story. I'm sure the masses will love to continue to hear it. Here's what actually happened. The person had a subsonic pistol with a silencer on it. So meaning he was using subsonic ammunition. He already knew where he was. He got tipped off. He pulled out the pistol, shot him several times, 6 times roughly, and then he walked away, or I should say he jogged away. And guess what? He got away. You want to know why? Because he was wearing a mask and you couldn't see any part of his skin. The only thing you could determine was potentially his height. And he got away. And then the federal government realized, oh shit, we can't catch this guy. He covered all of his tracks. We need a patsy to make so that people don't think that they can just run around killing CEOs without consequence. And that's who Luigi Mangione is. He is a patsy, 110% all the way. Now, the few days after that, healthcare CEO was killed, a lot of people started having their claims accepted. Gee, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the next all the other executives on the board of chairs was like, oh, okay. Maybe we should start accepting all these claims now so we don't get shot next. Yeah, that's how it works. Fear is an excellent tool if respect is not being utilized.
Oh my god. Louis Mangione was an anarchist. I read his manifest. He definitely
It's not his manifesto.
He
not his manifesto.
literally he said it out loud.
It doesn't matter. He's a patsy. He didn't kill anyone.
Okay, I disagree,
He
but
did-
whatever. You couldn't
His
go.
eyebrows don't even match the same.
You couldn't
fucking
go one
picture.
episode without saying one conspiracy theory, and
It's not even a theory. It's
and
just
not
the
only
truth.
have you said one, but you've said 3, and the last one you said could not be like more factually wrong. The guy himself admitted which parts were true and which weren't. He said, "I shot
Luigi
him."
Mangione
This
did
is
not
why.
kill anyone.
Okay,
He did not kill anyone. He didn't. He's a patsy.
Just to move on.
He is
just
a
to
patsy.
Move on.
He is a patsy, Doug.
You're
He didn't
fucking.
kill anyone.
You're on one, dude.
Watch. I'll even type it down. I'll type it down.
Oh my god.
Luigi Mangione Patsy. We'll see what pops up.
Oh, yeah. Good job. The classic Google method of looking something up where you just type in what you want to see so it pops up. Classic. Great. Holy shit.
Yeah. Infatuation, poster boy for Gen Z. Yeah, like, once again, these people don't know what they're talking about.
Well, you looked up what you wanted to see, you still don't find it. Oh my god. You want me to use that as proof?
I'm telling you, Doug, he's a patsy. He doesn't even match the same guy in the image. It's not even the look at this. It's not even the same fucking face.
Oh
it's not even close.
I'm not having.
It's not even close. It's not even close.
I'm not freaking supporting your argument. It was
it's not even close.
It was literally him.
Hey, look, guys, we found the guy who did it. He still had the murder weapon on him, and he had a manifesto on him, and we detained him inside of a McDonald's.
He said it was him.
You're jerking him off, Doug. You're jerking him off, and they're coming all over your face, buddy. Come on, keep doing it, Doug. Keep doing it.
You just lost
doing
it. This is why no one fucking believes any conspiracy theory ever. Is because you don't hit the
you
mark
are
every
so
time.
quick to believe what the news is telling you, Doug. You're too quick to believe them. I'm sorry.
I only looked up the guy himself, and the guy himself said, "Yeah, I did it, and this is why."
It doesn't matter. He's a patsy. He's paid to say he did it.
Okay, then he's a terrible fucking vessel. Then he's an idiot. Like, I don't know.
He doesn't need to be smart.
Why
he just
should
needs
I
to be a
care?
patsy?
Your argument is that he is a patsy, meaning someone with a lot of money paid him to say, "I'm not going down the psychotic path."
Well, he's going to jail. He's going to jail for a while.
Paid him to admit, paid him to say that he did it, but also the manifesto is fake, and also he didn't even actually do it. They just paid him to say he did it, and he's going to jail for life for doing it. Maybe even fucking get executed. Actually, I think the capital. There's no capital.
He's a patsy. He doesn't even look like the guy in the video,
bro.
He doesn't even look like the guy that they posted in the video on their Facebook page, looking for clues as to who the killer is. He doesn't even. His eyebrows aren't even the same. They're not even close.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we've managed to find him at a McDonald's, and we detained him, and we found the murder weapon and the manifesto on his person. Isn't that crazy?
Well, where else would you put a manifesto?
Keep jerking him off, Doug. Keep jerking him off. You're jerking him off right now.
But your own logic doesn't make any sense. And who is paying him to kill this CEO of some health insurance thing?
Competitor? George Soros? I have no fucking clue. All I know is he's a patsy.
You don't even finish the thought. Something happens. Literally, something happens, and you literally cannot fathom that what you're being told is the truth in any way, shape, or form. You immediately go down the spiral. There's no evidence.
If the media,
there's no evidence.
The media is telling me,
if the
media is telling me that Luigi Mangione is the killer, then he is 110% not the killer.
Dude, you are thinking of what is going on in the real life world is just gotta be so like crazy. Like, it's gotta be so
It's
wild.
not. It's really simple. When the media says something to me, I already know it's a lie because the media said it. It came out of their mouths. They breathe, therefore it's a lie.
Okay. All right. Well, then it's hopeless trying to talk about it because you'll never change your mind. You've already convinced yourself the reality.
No, I know the truth, Doug.
True.
You see, people said I was crazy during the Epstein era, too. I knew about Epstein years before it even appeared on the media. And then they put it on the media, oh, this is happening on Epstein's Island. I knew about that shit years before that. But I was crazy. I was the crazy one, right? And then Epstein Island becomes the thing. Everyone knows about it. Now all the normies know about it. And now all of a sudden, oh, it's not so crazy anymore. So, Doug, in a few years when it comes out that this guy was actually a patsy and the real killer comes forward, guess what I'm going to call you? A normie.
That's fine. I quite frankly don't care either way, to be honest with you.
I can tell. You don't care about the facts.
I asked the question of who, when, and why, and you couldn't answer any of those questions. And so therefore...
Who killed him? I have no clue. He's anonymous.
Right. And so therefore, your point is just as moot as the news company. If I ask them who, what, when, where, why, they can answer as
powered
you don't know.
People that want to fuck you over.
It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. I don't care.
It's not irrelevant.
It's irrelevant to me if you can't answer who, when, or why. It doesn't matter. If you can't give me an exact name. That's my point. Is you're as useless as the media. That's my point. Is you are just as useless. I don't believe them,
Obviously,
and
I don't have the name of the actual
and
killer.
I don't believe you. It's
The
just
actual
like,
killer got away. The actual killer got
listen,
away. He's
listen,
anonymous.
You're the Christian running up to me and saying this is the reality of the universe. The media is a Muslim or Islam is running up to me and telling you're both. I don't care either way. You're both irrelevant to me.
Okay, Doug.
Neither
When
of
I'm
you.
found out to be right, I'm gonna remember this moment. You're gonna apologize to me.
I no, because quite frankly, I wouldn't care. I just don't care. I say I'm open
Okay,
to
if
the
you don't care, then why are we
possibility.
talking about it?
You keep talking about it and move on. And then he kept
All right,
going.
fine. We'll move on. Move on from Mr. Mangy Patsy. Mr.
Yeah.
Mangy Patsy. All right. What's next?
Oh, there's this new thing in AI I wanted to talk about. Where it'll probably revolutionize gaming and movies. So I mean, just type in AI and see what pops up. But basically, there's a new model, two new models, and type in AI China. This is going to talk about Apple. This is retarded, by the way. So there's a couple of things in AI. The newest one right now is that Apple has declared that large language models, which GPT, DeepSeek, blah blah blah, aren't actually sentient and not actually all that better. They are just really good at pattern recognition, which I've been saying on the show for fucking ever at this point. So I just quite frankly can't be bothered. Newsflash! Wow, it's not sentient. It's just really good at pattern recognition. Yes.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know who need. I don't
that's
know.
Why. That's why the first AI, the first actual true AI, is going to be made using the parts of a human brain.
Yeah, but that's not technically AI at that point. There's a different name for that. They're called organoids. Those already exist. You take human cells and you basically just fucking slap a processing chip in the middle, and apparently that does interesting things. They've already done it to play Pong. They've already proved that it's smarter than computers in the first place. So yeah, human biology stands champion by far compared to just technology by itself. But yeah, so let's see. Type AI China. They just
I'm tired of hearing about China.
They made this model, which is why I'm bringing it up. It's not like a
China just dropped another AI model that beats OpenAI, DeepSeek, and Meta.
That's not.
No,
they're retarded. Fuck. Maybe I should have taken note with this model. I thought it'd be really easy to find.
Guess not.
Fuck. Let me see. Let me remember. Oh, it's right there. It's right below. 4D VAI just dropped 4D Asian splatting. So like, this model. Sorry, go ahead.
Imagine we'll be able to change camera angle, zoom in / out while watching movies. I think this is pretty neat.
Yeah, we've showed video generating models, so 2D video generating models, which is already impressive. This is a 4D model, so basically, it can be used to create a three-dimensional world. I don't know why it says four-dimensional. Actually, that doesn't make much sense. Four-dimensional would be like, like taste and smell. No, usually when you describe 4D, it's like movement of your chair and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's an actual affects you in real life. Why is it called 4D? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, fourth dimension. I mean, I think the reason they call it fourth dimensional is because of the level of detail. I don't think it's any other reason.
Well, it creates okay, whatever, a four-dimensional world. I don't think that. I'm still confused, but
yeah. Well.
So basically, in a movie that's generated with this model, you would be able to move the camera around on your own, and it can generate whatever's going on behind it. Behind the current camera angle. This can also be used in video games. So I think this will revolutionize both video games and movies where you could just move the camera around and it'll just generate stuff for you. There's another one too that just came out. An American model. Fuck, I forgot what the model is. So unlucky. But yeah, the future of movies and video games is probably not filmed, if I'm being honest, like with real life cameras anymore. It'll just be generated, and it'll use 3D mapping.
Yeah, I mean, AI is getting pretty good. but I want to see a true artificial intelligence. I want to see one
It's not gonna. I don't
that
believe
is.
it's possible.
You don't think we can become God?
No, I'm not. I'm not sold on it. And here's my evidence is that like text models, which is Chat GPT and Gemini, whatever, they really haven't gotten smarter. They've just been more capabilities have been added to them. So now they can generate video and images, but that's not them getting smarter. That's just other models being created to complement the current model. It's not the same thing, right? Like, so we've
I
created.
think we're going to end up having to take the genome of the human brain and convert it into code.
I mean, maybe, but
That's the only way, right? That's the
yeah.
only way we'll be able to do it.
Well, I don't know. So, in the first place, sentience itself is not defined. It's not well defined. We're not us as humans can't even agree on what that actually means and whether or not we are all actually sentient or not. And for example, they in England, Oxford or whoever just declared that octopi and squid are sentient. And
Yeah.
it's just the definition of what is sentient and what's not is so loosely thrown around that that there is no exact definition. So when we say are they sentient or not, I don't know. We have to define sentience in itself, and we haven't even done that.
They can
So,
bring me a beer.
well, then they are sentient. They can already do that. But I think this technology in itself will level out. It's already at a point where it's amazing. Most people are
Yeah.
already having conversations with these things and treating it like a human in general.
Yeah.
The only thing happening now is that it's being given capabilities. So like voice models are now becoming extremely efficient and well done. There's a current competition between 11 Labs, which is just a mind-blowing company when it first came out.
Yeah.
And it looked like, to be honest, I totally thought they were going to have a monopoly in the market when it came to voice generation. And another company I think it was an Indian company, came out of nowhere and left an open source model, a voice generation model out, and it kind of blew 11 Labs out of the water. And in return, 11 Labs had to like increase, better their own model and drop a new one. So, I mean, capitalism just wins out in this field where it's just this race of getting good. However, what we're
Yeah.
seeing is not really a race anymore of, okay, ChatGPT is smarter, okay, Gemini, which is Google's model, is smarter. It's now becoming like okay, look what my model can do. My model can make images. Okay, well, my model can make images. Well, my model can do math. Well, now my model can do math. My model can generate 4D video. Well, now you get what I'm saying? Like, instead of
Yeah.
it being a vertical increase in capabilities, it's more horizontal of increasing
Yeah.
capabilities.
I mean, at this point, I just kind of hate AI. At first, it was kind of cool, and now it's just become kind of this like this normie thing, and I kind of just hate it now because that's all I ever hear about sometimes. And I just kind of just either want it to die or I just want the people that do like it to shut the fuck up. Yeah.
I think it's important to talk about. I try and
Yeah, I do agree. Yeah.
there's a new development every week, and we only talk about it kind of when it starts to peak. Because I agree with you
Yeah.
that now I'm just like I deal with it every day. I use it every day,
Yeah.
so I don't really care much for the normie speak either. That they get impressed
Yeah.
when it can fucking make like on Grok. It's now become impressive when you can tell it to generate a picture of what's behind the person, and they're using it to look at women's butts, generate a picture of a woman's
Yeah.
ass. And it's like,
There's a deep fake of me as a big black man. Does this mean Rocco's basilisk is about to take over the world? No, Grandpa. Let's go get you your medication and get back into bed, okay?
yeah, I'm not really sold. It's whatever. It's humanity. People are
Yeah.
only impressed with the
I
technology.
think I
over the
think
dumb shit.
we have left humanity a long time ago, buddy. A long time ago.
There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that's just it would genuinely blow us away every single week. I mean, medical breakthroughs and physics breakthroughs and even math breakthroughs. Literally every single day, this shit's happening. Colossus, which is that company that made the direwolf. I mean, that company
Yeah.
did that with AI. I mean, that's just incredible. That's a whole other field. There's a lot of new drugs in development because of AI. Like, there's a lot of cool shit that's happening behind the scenes that I wish got more publicity. And instead, what's getting publicity is, oh, look, I can tell Grok to make an image of a chick's ass. And it's like,
Yeah.
All right, man. Hey, whatever floats your fucking boat, I guess. So,
Yeah.
most unfortunate. I mean, the other topic for AI would be a company named Palantir. Palantir. So, I want to spend a little bit of time talking about this company. This company made me a lot of money recently, by the way.
Oh my god.
I had this company on my books for quite a bit, but basically, the government has hired Palantir to create all its AI for the CIA, the FBI, the government in general. And this company is getting a lot of notoriety and becoming quite infamous for basically centralizing the collection of all of our data everywhere all the time. So, debt, internet traffic, actual movement in real life, and if everything you say, everything you do, this company is in charge of collecting it and organizing it and giving the government access to it. And they are just fucking everywhere. Everywhere.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Good
Amazing.
job. Good job, Dystopia.
Yeah. And I will say, I was sort of, so this company gained traction under Biden, and I'm not blaming Biden here. That's it started under
I mean,
him,
you
and
can. I don't think
it's
he'd care or realize.
it's really taken off under Trump. Trump is, full on the
Yeah.
implementation too. That company is going to be enemy number one. You think the CIA is bad? I think it's the FBI. It will no longer be those two. It will be Palantir, the company. I promise you, 15 years from now, this one's going to come back to bite us in the ass. Oh
Yeah. Welcome to the new AI dystopia where an AI controls the government. Isn't this grand?
yeah, yeah,
Honestly,
exactly.
I'd prefer that.
Uh, I wouldn't, but I think it's inevitable.
Yeah. Very true.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. Anything more on the riots? If not, we'll end here on one last thing. There's a couple other things I want to talk about, but we've kind of covered
It's
all the
getting kind
news.
of late. My cat's being a demon.
Yeah,
GoPro.
check out the National Guard and Marines and see if anything's actually popping off there.
Probably not.
I don't think it'll probably happen later
No,
tonight.
nothing new. Yeah, nothing new.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to wait.
Well, we will probably cover the rest on Tuesday, but it looks like they're sending in the National Guard and the Marines now.
Yeah, it should be fun.
Look at all those Mexican flags.
We stand with the protesters as always, as we always do.
Of
And we
course.
have never changed our opinion on that whatsoever. It's always remained the
Never.
same.
Always, always. I voted
Oh,
blue.
explosions.
I vote blue no matter who.
Things are starting to get kind of serious almost.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, the BLM riot really didn't get crazy until, around this time, actually.
Yeah.
I'm back. Hold on a moment here. Gonna put my headphones on.
This guy wants his headphones on.
I know, it's so loud. Holy shit. It's an ugly planet. A bug planet. Yeah, things are escalating, though, huh?
Yeah, we'll get to see more videos tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll cover the results again on Tuesday. Again, these things always tend to take off kind of later into the night when the degeneracy is, truly popping off.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. Beautiful things are happening.
But we stay with the protesters. It's the biggest
So
protest in American history.
very bigly protest, the bigliest, and the white people will suffer in Europe as we have planned.
Yep.
Except in South Africa, which for some reason we treat differently than Europe. But
True. True.
yeah, it's kind of weird how all of a sudden it's just like randomly like yeah, they're killing all the people in South Africa, then Europe is just burning. It's just like
Dude, look up type in PASSEU Germany. No, let's see if there's footage of oh god. A
man
man,
drove his
yeah.
injuring 5. They deserved it. If they were white, then they deserved it. See, they got hit by a Benz. Hitler's coming back from the grave to haunt them.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
no footage of
It-
this, but yeah, in Germany there was another car that ran over a bunch of people. It's just normal. It just happens all the time there. Every single week we cover this shit. Every
this
single
is
week we could cover some
look at this
violent.
very nice picture of Passau. It's a
Yeah,
shame it's about to become a Muslim country. That church is going to become a mosque.
Yeah,
Yeah.
converted.
Converted. My cat is just staring at me from the closet. All right, Doug. I don't think I have anything else for the night, unless you have something else.
No, we will end here. Thanks for listening, everybody. We will cover the riots again, assuming they
Yep.
get better.
And don't commit any violence or threaten any officials at all. Everything that is said in the show is complete satire. If you think otherwise, then you're wrong. And for legal reasons, do not commit any acts of violence. Thank you and have a good night.